Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We are live. I should probably check it on YouTube to make sure I'm actually live. Well, Steph should be in the chat. Steph, tell us if we're live.
Yeah, chat. Are we live? Yeah, you're live.
Yeah, I'm live. Oh yeah, I am live. I see it right here. I'm live.
What up? What up?
Hey, Gym Girl. Hey, Elena. What up, peeps?
Yeah.
Hey, Jenny. Jenny from the block.
I'm just Jenny from the block.
I used to know all the words of that song when I was younger. Oh, good times of childhood. Oh no. My charger just fell out of the socket. Why is it called that? Okay. So I have sad news, guys. Apple is still missing. We cannot locate her. We don't know where she is. We usually are on the phone with her all day and night, and she's MIA. She's probably fine, but we do wonder where she is. This is Cassie May, as Dreamer calls her. I'm sure you guys know her. If you don't, warm
What
welcome.
up? Kathy May.
Cassie May.
May.
What's that? The sound that Dreamer says about you?
Kathy May, she's a hater.
Cassie May, she's a hater. That's funny. Oh, Dreamer. She's so good for laughs, for the LOLs.
No, she really is. When we entered her Discord yesterday, was the most funniest thing.
I gotta turn your volume up. I have to figure out how Morbid does that.
And in the settings, but
Oh, I think I see it. Edit mic settings. There we go. Cool. Oh, automatically adjust mic volume. Perfect. It's awesome. Why isn't that just always on? Definitely should be. Okay, can you say something?
hello?
Much better. Much better. I feel like Morbid now.
I know, he's a Mike Nazi.
Yeah. Hey, Bama Steph. Potato. Hey, Wild Bird. Yeah. Everyone like it. Listen to Wild Bird.
Yeah,
Smack that like button. Hey, Chrissy. I know. I don't. Gym Girl, I don't know where Apple is. None of us do. We've been texting and calling her all day.
I'm hoping she's just getting some
Yeah, she's probably just sleeping. Probably worried for no reason. Yeah, that's true. No news is good news. It's very true. All right, so we're going over the David Blanchard interview. I know you guys are all so excited. So I guess we should talk about it a little bit first about all the crazy conspiracies that go on with him. Like, so many people think that he's actually involved in it, which I think is just silly. Like, why would he be involved in it? What would he have against Dee Dee to want to do that? Did he have a thing with Gypsy? Obviously not.
No, I just think he was a neighbor who helped them out a lot.
Exactly. He was just a neighbor who was just, doing a neighborly thing and checking on his neighbor.
Well, yeah, that too. But I think they were a little bit weird. They were on the little weird side. So I think
that whole town is weird. I'm gonna be real.
The whole city's weird.
Except for Anne. Anne Fran is not the only not weird one. I mean,
is she from the town in Missouri?
Well, she's from that. I don't know if she's from that town, but she's from that general area. That's why she went to the book signing.
Well, she was in Louisiana, not in Missouri.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Louisiana. I don't know why. You're right, though. You're absolutely right. She's from Louisiana. My bad.
A little town in Missouri. But like all the weird things happen in Missouri. I have no idea why. Like I'll hear a case and I'm like, they're in Missouri
I know.
too.
Even Alyssa Bustamante was Missouri, which is why Gypsy was in prison with her.
What's going on in Missouri? I need to know.
I
need to
Like,
know.
for real, what's in their water?
I just see Bama saying boinking. Boinking.
It was funny last night when I was spamming the chat with Haiti, 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 and Hack was like, "You okay, girl?"
Oh, we're never okay.
No, it's because I don't have a sticker, so I had to say my name, obviously.
We're gonna make you one. We'll get you one. Hey, Chrissy, I see you down there.
Chrissy, oh, you're from Missouri? What's it like?
Danny,
Tell us. Give us the
yeah,
deets.
tell us about Missouri.
Yeah,
Are you born and raised?
yeah. Give us a scoop. What's it really like?
That's an example of a banner.
I didn't mean to do that. I don't have a banner set up on this one.
Well, this is an example of what it would look like.
Apparently. Whoops.
They said lots of stuff's in the water for sure.
I'm sure.
Dude, keep that stuff over there.
Please keep it far away. I don't even know my freaking names. I have to
I
look
don't
them up.
know. My husband brought these apples. He brought these apples home and he's like, smell these apples. I was like, what do you mean smell them? He's like,
I
smell
feel
the
like that's like
apples. They smell like feet. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you're just kind of sniffing apples or what? And he's like, no, like when you cut it open, it smells like apples. I still don't understand why you're smelling apples.
yeah, right. I feel like it's like almost sacrilegious to like eat apples since we're like have a friend named Apple, you know?
Oh yeah, that's true. You know what? I don't really eat apples. Like I don't
Well,
buy
I feel like
apples.
we
Just like
can't.
I want an apple to eat. Like I don't. That's not something that I buy.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we can't eat apples
Oh
just because
Lord.
it'll be weird. It'll be like we're
Like,
cannibals or something.
yeah, or it would sound a little inappropriate. I'm eating
Yeah,
an
or that. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's true.
dude. Danny said we have corn and soy and drunk people, crystal meth heads running around.
Crystal meth. Well, allegedly, Ken would know about that crystal meth, which I don't believe, by the way. That's
Crystal
a
meth.
ridiculous rumor. That's a ridiculous rumor. I don't believe that at all.
I don't believe that. To me, like I really haven't witnessed someone on that, but I feel like they wouldn't act like him.
Yeah,
I feel like they'd be more erratic.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they give you flamboyant wrists, so and skinny legs.
Skinny legs and wrists. Flick, flick.
All right, I'll just leave the banner with that. That's good enough.
Yeah, so how long is the little interview? I think I was like, what was like a little over 30 minutes or was it like 40?
I don't know. It's not long though. I'm using Trixie's, so all credit goes to Trixie Lane. You don't worry, you're gonna see her name because it's plastered all over the video. So there'll be no doubt about whose video it is. So don't strike me, please, Trixie. Thank you.
Look, sharing is caring, dude.
Yeah, I know. Like, wouldn't you want this stuff out there? I would think. I
I
hope.
mean, if I got something for you, I would definitely 100% like share it out there because I feel like the more people know about this stuff, the better. Because fuck Gypsy.
Yeah, right. I hope this is the right screen. Let's see.
Dude, what do you think about her fake engagement ring?
Oh my God, do you think it's fake? That's a good
No,
question.
but
What do you guys think?
she posted another
Oh my
post. Did
goodness.
you see it where she's like, I'm not engaged, like I'm just
Oh, I did
trying
not
on.
see it. I didn't see it. That's funny.
Yeah, she posted another one later on and it was like she's not engaged. She was just trying rings on. The fuck? So what the fuck
Wow.
would make you think that you should post it early in the morning to make people talk? Like you're weird for that.
She's weird for everything she does. Why is it not scrolling? Why is the banner just staying in one place?
Oh, like how it does on the bottom of Morbids?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I had it last time, but it's not moving. Blasphemy. Huh.
And would you
Yes.
I guess, would you pick your own engagement ring out, or would you want your
I
significant
think
other to, like, pick it out for you? Because I feel like
I
I don't know.
I feel like it's not that uncommon to pick out your own or have a say in it. I feel like I would want them to pick it out, like, but then I don't know. Maybe I would want to help. I don't know.
I don't know, I'm mixed on that because 'cause I'm like, I would want him to pick it out to see, like, if he would know my taste, you know? But then
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
maybe not, because if he doesn't, then that's gonna be a disappointment.
that's true. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that'd be super awkward.
I did pick out my own, though, because I'm a picky person.
That's funny.
Well, he would've just got us, like, you know, whatever he saw first thing for wedding bands, and I wanted, like,
Yeah,
a set,
yeah, yeah. Some guys can't be trusted with that. So
and so he's like, "Pick what you want," like, I got to pick his, and
yeah, I think maybe she probably did do it
yay!
on purpose for attention. You're probably right.
Wildbird said she's gonna come up and she's gonna get
Yay!
her iPad.
Yay! Wildbird's coming out
Party!
too.
Girl party! And
It's
some
a
guys you
girl
can
party. Do you know that song from Dance Moms? But Kenzie Ziegler did the or Maxie. What we need is a girl party. Da, 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 da. It's a girl party, girl
I
party.
think
I
I've
actually don't
heard
remember.
it. It's, like, ringing a little bell in my head, but, like,
Yeah,
I can't
it's
picture it
really
100%.
cute. Yeah, she was like a little kid when she did it, so it's like a little kid song, but it's cute.
Dance Moms was crazy, though.
Yeah, was. I
Dude, I
love Dance
didn't
Moms.
realize that moms, like, were like this, okay, until my daughter until we put my daughter in freaking competitive cheer and gymnastics and stuff, and she was in dance for a little bit, and I was like, "Wow, this is, like, true life, like, they act like this. I can't believe this." And I was like I was always the one to, like, sit in the car, and all the parents were, like, inside, like, gossiping and gabbing, and I'm like, "Hmm." So they, like, thought I was snobby.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm not about that, and so I'm like, I just rather stay far away from it. And there's one competition that we went to out of town, and they all, like, got an Airbnb and was gonna share it, and so I was like, mm-mm,
Yeah.
I'll stay in a hotel, no thank you. I'm not mm-mm."
I was a dancer, but not competitive dance, not
Yeah, those
at
moms are
all.
crazy. If you're one of those
For
moms,
me.
sorry, I apologize. I really do.
I actually hated being on stage and everything. I dreaded it like with a passion, so I could not have done competitive dance if I wanted to.
You know, I wasn't like a sporty kid growing up.
I like kind of was, but also kind of wasn't. I don't know.
I wasn't, and so it surprises me that my daughter is, because she's the complete opposite of me.
Yeah, my brother was not sporty at all. Like he was a nerd through and through.
And then my sons, they're gamers. They're like avid gamers. Like my oldest son, he does like commentary on
Oh,
Twitch.
cool.
Yeah.
Does he make money?
Yeah, and I thought it was weird at first because I didn't really understand the concept. I'm like, what do you mean you're commentating someone playing a video game? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, I've
So I
actually
guess,
totally thought of it. I've totally thought about making a Sims channel before. That was actually one of my goals for the new year is to make a Sims
oh, that'd
like
be
channel,
cool. Yeah.
but I did not do it. So yeah.
Oh, but I think what they do, I don't know how exactly, but they get in contact with one another, and I guess they see your commentations, and then
Uh,
they message you like, "Hey, I'm doing this battle or whatever on this day. Can you commentate it?" And
yeah.
so they do pay well, and so he'll do that like on the side. But the thing is, like, he's up all hours of the night,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
and then he's got to work the next day.
Yeah.
But he does, like, gaming conventions and stuff like this, he'll go out of town for.
That's cool. Oh, I did it. Yay. I don't know what
Yay!
I did differently, but so much better because it was so obnoxious and big before. All
Learning
right.
curves.
Yeah. We could watch I think there's a way to like have things like set up where like you already have things saved back here too. So like I don't have
I
to
know
like
on
share
the
my screen every time.
yeah, I think
So
on
I
the
gotta
side
figure
there's
out.
like set like you can save your setup, But I don't
Yeah.
know how to do that. I've only played with it that a couple times.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But for now, let's go ahead and share the screen, I guess, for the David Blanchard interview. Not interrogation, interview. Oh, I'm already sharing the
Yeah, they
screen.
weren't interrogating him. He had his phone the entire time.
I know. Oh
I
shit,
don't
that's
know what
not
the
the right
rules
page.
are.
That's not the right page.
Like, I don't know what the rules are for, like, a police interview. Hi,
Ah,
Morbid.
that is not the right thing. My bad. Whoopsie daisy.
Oh, you need a link?
I have it. I have it up and ready. I just don't know why it's not showing up here. Oh, I just do it. I guess. Oh,
Here, I got it.
you know what? It's because I think because I have it open in a different browser. So 1 second, I'll just copy it over.
I put it in the chat.
Well, I have it, but thank you. I super appreciate it anyway. Okay, cool. There we go. A damn nose. Oh, thanks. You're the best. Oh, you were putting that, the StreamYard thing? That must have. All right. So this all credit goes to Trixie Lane. Don't strike me. Thanks. But we will, unfortunately, her commentary will be in this a little bit, I guess. So we're just going to have to deal with that. But that's okay, because we're going to give our own commentary, too. If you want to say something, just pause. Say pause, obviously. All right, let's go. Oh, and Wildbird comes, if I don't see, just say something and let me know, because I might not be looking at that page. Oh, I'm so confused. That's her talking. I was so confused. I'm like, why? What?
All right, you're not playing anything. Are you playing anything?
Yeah.
No, it's nothing on the screen.
Oh, my bad. You're not even seeing it. I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. I hit click add to stage. It's okay. Nothing happened yet anyway. This is like it's her talk. Mostly like you hear her voice over it. So hopefully she shuts up once it actually starts. I'm sorry, that was rude. Hopefully she quiets down once it actually starts. You can see it now, right?
Yeah, it's here.
Okay, cool.
Um, he'll be stepping onto the screen in a second now.
It's like a robot too.
They don't want to still work. But we. I don't want to go over timeline of events again too. Yeah. Expired, so. Well, I'll get. Yeah, this is getting.
Yeah, if you'll come with me.
Extremely fucking dark. My stuff in that one?
Yeah, your stuff. So, go ahead and take a seat right over here.
Come on, Kim. I guess I beat you to the punch, huh?
What's that?
I guess I beat you to the punch.
Yeah, you did. You're like, I'm downstairs. I'm like, what do you mean down here downstairs? All right. We got to go back over. I know you talked to me about you showing up at the house and went in the house and all that. We kind of need to fine tune that.
Yeah,
A little bit
because
more.
especially since what I read on the probable cause statement.
What'd you read? I haven't even seen it.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't even seen it. What do you just tell me what you?
Because they're saying that she was found laying face down on the bed. I stared at that fucking bed
Yeah.
and was trying to decide whether there was enough covers there to be considered a fucking body,
Yeah.
and told myself,
That is kind of crazy that he stared at the bed and did not see the body.
I mean, okay, so I was looking at the crime scene photos. They put a lot of blankets on top. I don't know if like that's how many blankets she normally would sleep on, or they just started piling blankets on top. But I think
that's
like
also like weird because why would they lower the temperature so that her body doesn't decompose and then also put blankets on top of her to warm her up? Like, you know?
yeah, that's weird too. I mean, she
Yeah.
wasn't like a small person,
Yeah,
so
she's a very big
you would
woman.
see
Yeah.
this big lump in the bed. I mean, it was
Yeah.
dark though, but
Yeah.
actually, if you went in there and it was dark, like, would you go into the room?
Oh, I probably wouldn't unless I
I
had a
wouldn't
light on.
either. I'd be like, hell
Yeah.
no, I'm not going there.
Yeah. And also, it's weird. Like you said that he's looking into his phone the whole time, but like he's literally looking at. It looks like he's looking for a picture or something to show him. Like, what is he looking for in his phone?
Oh, do you think he took pictures?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Honestly, really would not. Creepy. All right, let's keep watching.
oh, no.
So what because you didn't find the body, that's what's bothering you?
That's the probable cause statement,
Okay.
at least on KY3.
What do you want me to see?
Oh, no, I just don't know if, you said you haven't read it yet.
No, I haven't.
But just the fact that yes, it bothers me
Yeah.
a lot that
Uh-huh.
I did not see.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, that, to kind of ease you on that, when our detectives even went in, at the time with all the lights out and stuff like that, they weren't even sure at the time. That's how well she was covered up. They weren't even for sure when they went in, whether they were kind of surprised as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like she was in the wide open where it's obvious that she was laying there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just kind of, hopefully that kind of eases your mind, because at the time, at first glance, when they walked in there, they didn't even know.
And I
Until
didn't
they did
spend, I didn't even
Right.
spend time.
And then you couldn't get the light on, so you couldn't see it,
No.
right?
Were those broke? Or was the power off?
The chain on the fan.
Okay, because the fan was running.
So, you say you've known them for like 5 to 6 years.
Yeah, through fishing, I was when
Yeah.
I first met.
Okay. And would you say you know them fairly well, or?
I thought I did.
Okay.
They've even had us, they
What do you
had,
mean you thought you did?
well, evidently I didn't know that she's actually 23.
Okay.
I always assumed she was.
But you
19.
thought you were close.
I'm gonna stop this right here. If I remember, when I was screen capturing and making sure the audio was transferring over into that screen capture,
Oh, damn, Trixie talking. It's weird how, like, the cop is trying to, like, comfort him, though, like, saying how, like, you know, like, oh, even the cops didn't see it. Let's read the comments. Hey, Kai.
Hey, Kai.
Yeah, kids, man. I got cats. I feel you. Actually, really
Look,
feel
the
you.
cops went in there like the first night, right? And the one cop didn't really see much. I guess he just walked through and was. I just don't understand that.
I know. I don't
I
get
feel
it
like
either.
it's like shisty, like police work. Like
It's
you're just gonna
crazy.
walk through the house at dark, and you're not gonna like fully look. Like
Yeah, there's shitty, like bad police work still happens so much, and it's crazy because like how did it still happen in like 2025 when they should all be trained in this stuff? They have the technology, but it just because it's a small town or whatever, it falls through the cracks, and they have really shitty police work, and crime scenes get contaminated and destroyed.
Yeah, I think a lot of things, even with when they went back with the warrant later, like I feel like still a lot of things weren't done properly. And I don't know if it's because like it was a smaller town and, they just didn't have, the resources, or they just didn't even care.
Hmm. Keep on it. Oh, I hate when I lose the mouse, right? What did I do?
Screen capture, excuse me. I believe he said something like, goodness, looking for one. I just saw somebody, if he said it was high, I believe the difference, if anything, is even more intent that Dee Dee was on a.
I mean, I could play Trixie's commentary with it. Do you guys want that, or should I skip over it and do my own commentary? Let me know. I'll go with the first answer I see. Potato.
Besides, you know how you can change your cursor? I wonder if we can do a potato cursor.
Oh, that would be so fun. That really would be so fun. Any response will do. Let's do a poll. 1 for yes, 2 for no.
Yeah. Red for yes.
Let's just assume they don't want it. All right, so no commentary besides us.
Live, and this being June 14th that she's found, you would smell like you didn't have a weird stench that you didn't so close. He was doctor's visits to the park, to wherever they had outings with her. I think he said before in another interview at least once a month, something like that. But I know that Gypsy threw down a bunch of baby powder and some dryer sheets, but Dee Dee was a very hefty woman. I think they said she was 250 pounds,
What's her point?
give or take, and with high humidity. I know the air conditioner was turned way down, but it definitely didn't reach that 45 degree.
She's saying that her body rotted because of high humidity because of Louisiana.
No, but see, they're in Missouri. Is there high humidity in Missouri?
I think when I googled it, it said it was like about the same as Louisiana, but I don't know. I googled it once. So, I mean, that could not be true. I googled it once. I didn't like fact check it after that. Let's Google it right now. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it right now. It's probably not. I think Louisiana will be worse.
Yeah, because they're right near it's all swampland. It's under the, below the sea level. Does Missouri have high humidity? It says yes. It says particularly in the summer months is due to the location in the Midwest and the influence of warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico. And what did they say the thermostat was set to?
I don't even know. What did they say it was set to? Why did it go quiet? What happened?
It couldn't have.
Just pause on its freaking own. I was wondering, what's happening?
I didn't hear anything.
At best, it would have, I think the lowest it could have maybe potentially gotten was 60 or 65 based on, because of the humidity. It's not going to go any further down than that. I believe statistics show that the systems for ACs can only drop maybe like a total of 20 degrees at best when there's high humidity or high temperatures. But yeah, so the baby powder can only mask so much as well. And the dryer sheets were under the mat was it the mattress or the mattress pad or something? I mean, still, I would think that you would smell at least a little something off. Maybe not like extremely strong and drastic, but just something, that wasn't there before. That's just my thought.
We're here for David's.
Well, I do work for an air conditioning company.
Oh yeah, that's
And
true.
I'm
You
in,
do.
and I'm in Texas, and I can
and,
tell you that it does
And
go
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Gypsy, you're fairly close with them. Would you say close, or would you good acquaintances, or
I would consider them friends.
okay? Have you ever seen? Well, let me ask you this: what do you know about Gypsy's medical issues?
Okay, this was a discussion that we had last night at the prayer vigil.
Okay.
Because there was a lady from KSPR that came up and talked to me
Mm-hmm.
and was stating that their news affiliate in Wisconsin,
Mhm.
That the father or stepfather said that Gypsy could walk and talk just fine.
Okay.
Now, I talked to the rest of my 501st members, especially Brandon Walthron.
Okay, so your 501st is a branch of the Vigicon.
No. Okay. I have this memorized. The 501st Legion is a worldwide organization of Star Wars enthusiasts that dress up as the bad guys for Star Wars to help raise money for charity.
Okay.
We have 7,000 members in 39 countries, and last year we did about $14 million.
Okay, so the 501st is the bad guy, is part of the bad guys.
Why is he even talking about that? What does it have to do with anything?
I think he's talking about that group he worked for that donated that Star Wars outfit to Gypsy.
Yeah, he probably the one that used to go around, and the one that Gypsy lied and said that she was a part of it, and went to kids and had a handler or whatever.
Yeah, that whole white one, that whole white uniform. I think
Yeah,
he's talking about that.
But why? I don't get why he's talking about that. What does that have to do with anything?
He'll tell you in a minute. I think he's saying they're saying oh, well, she couldn't walk because the fitter said it when he was fitting her for the I don't know. I have no idea.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I still think it's a weird thing to bring up though. But what else? All right, let's go back to watching it.
Or we dress up as stormtroopers, Darth Vader, any of the evil characters because they're more fun.
Okay.
And our local group is Garrison 66.
Okay.
And it's run kind of military, so we have a CO and an NCO and all that stuff.
Okay.
Brandon Walthron, very good friend of mine. He's also half owner of Eternal Armory, where we make prompts.
Okay.
This is important because we made a suit of armor for Gypsy.
Okay.
When he fitted it and put it on her, especially on her legs, because I asked him, "Look, this is what they're saying." He goes, "There's no way she ever stood." He was swearing on the Bible that there's no way she could ever stand up.
Okay.
I've only ever seen her in a wheelchair or scooting along the floor.
So you guys are saying, what does this have to do with her medical conditions?
Trixie stopping it, obviously. I was gonna stop it here anyway, but
here he's trying to justify by talking about the suit of armor that was made for Gypsy and donated to her, that when they put it on her, there was no way that she could have, been able to stand up to get it on, or some weird crazy thing like that. No, this is not Dan Glidewell. Dan is kind of on the heavier side now, 10 years later, but he definitely was not this size that David Blanchard is in this video.
Why is she acting like she knows the size that David Blanchard was or is? It's weird. I don't get it. Chat, do you guys think it's weird? Because I do. Hey, Carly Quinn. Oh, Wildbird's here. Yay. Hey, Wildbird.
Hi guys.
What
Yay.
up?
My stupid StreamYard
You're
wouldn't.
welcome.
Oh, what?
Oh, what'd you say?
No, it wouldn't. It kept like refreshing and refreshing.
Oh,
My
no.
StreamYard wouldn't sign in. It was like all glitchy.
Oh, that's annoying. It was having
Well,
a
you're
problem
here
with
now.
So David's saying that. Yeah, but did I hear that right? He's saying that when they fitted her for the armor, she like stood up.
Yeah, I think he did say that. Like, what? Should go back. I'm pretty sure he did say that though. And then he was also saying that he swears that no one knew that she could walk, but tons of people said that they knew that she could.
Yeah, even in the call, Gypsy said, or her aunt, or I forget who she was talking to, but they said that a couple of the neighbors had come forward and said that they saw her walking.
Exactly. I mean, like I said yesterday, she literally, when she went to visit Dan in the hospital, she walked down the street and knocked on a neighbor's door and asked for a ride. So she walked down the street. She didn't wheel herself down the street, you know?
Yeah, that's strange that he's telling lies.
Yeah. I know. That's why all these people are like, they're all so shady. Like, I feel like they're all to like half truths. Like, nothing's like a true, full truth with any of them, including
Well, I
Gypsy.
know that the government officials from Missouri are like heavily affiliated with the stormtrooper people, the Comic-Con.
Really?
Yeah, like there's ties. I think Starlight can explain it a lot better than I can, but I knew she did like a super duper deep dive, and there was like all these intermingling connections between the stormtrooper people in Comic-Con and like the government officials. It's really weirdly tied in.
That is interesting. I believe it though. Under the sheets? What do you mean under the sheets? Blood smells bad. Blood smells bad. Should have smelled something. Oh, you mean okay, under those sheets. Yeah, you would think they would have smelled it. I think that's why they put the air up so cold though, to like try and hide the smell. But I mean, I think it's crazy that David Blanchard stood there and stared at the bed and didn't see it.
Well, I'll still never understand why he makes people think that he really got through that little tiny ass window.
Oh, yeah.
He said it again last night, and he was really upset that people were saying he didn't go in there.
He did not fit through that window. Look at his big butt, yo.
The window's not even disturbed in the
No.
kitchen pictures.
The bottles, the dust, nothing is disturbed. It would have been more believable to me that they left it open, like for any smells to escape. You know what I mean? But I don't believe he went through that with his big butt. Look at him in that chair.
Yeah, he would have knocked everything off the counter. He would have knocked everything off the ledge.
Yeah, it would have been a mess.
I mean, it was already a mess.
And if he went head first, like think about it. He would have had to like slide himself into the window, down over the sink, onto the floor, like head first.
Yeah. Oh
You
my
would
God,
be
can you
able to tell
imagine?
that he was there. How did he put all the stuff back after he got back out the window?
I don't get the whole door thing. Like I know he explains it, right? He got to and explains it. Like it was completely blocked off. I still don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. But I agree with Kathleen that you would smell all that blood. It has a very
Yeah.
metally, metallic, iron
Yeah, you would definitely smell
smell. And it was on the walls and stuff. Like he didn't see it in the hallway on the wall and wonder,
it.
like,
Yeah,
what is this?
that's crazy. It is wild. It is. I don't. And he said that he was staring at it for like a while. But even like I think the cops say that even like the cops walked past it a few times and they didn't see it. So that's crazy. Like what was it, like a bed that like sunk in the middle, or she like was like in the bed, like like fell into it or something. I don't. It's the only way I
But
can
in the
think to explain
crime
it.
scene photos, you can definitely tell that there's something under the blanket.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have to look at them harder.
Yeah, like you can tell when you look at the bed that there's something under there. I mean, I guess somebody could mistake it for like pillows or just bunched up blankets,
Yeah. Yeah, that
but I
makes
don't
sense.
know. It's very strange. And then the door thing. Does he talk about the door in this? Because they said there was a door or something, but the bedroom didn't have a door, remember?
No,
Mm-mm.
we didn't. Yeah, I don't know if they talk about it, but I only watched it once. But we'll find out. That's for sure. You guys mind just talking for a minute? I'm gonna go grab myself a drink. I'm like dying of thirst.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll be right back.
Can't believe she's leaving us alone.
I know. What was
Sorry.
That's when the chaos ensues.
No, that's when the chaos starts. I'm sorry.
That's a great. I love you.
I
Be right back.
apologize in advance.
His
Don't
big
wonder-
butt just didn't get through the window. I'm just perplexed. I just don't understand. Look
Yeah,
at him
he's
in that
not-
chair.
He ain't little.
And he fit through that window that's like 15 by 15.
He'd have been grunting going through that window. Like it
I
would
just
take
picture him sliding. Like, think about a worm
Oh my god.
coming head first through the window.
I know, and all the shit falling off the counters. Are you kidding me?
A
You gonna
whole
tell me-
clatter would ensue. Like the
Dude.
bread flour or whatever that the blood was on, that would be flown off the counter.
Oh my god.
He didn't go through that window. We need to find him so he could tell us the truth.
I need the truth, David. Why did you
Mr.
say
Blanchard.
that? Blanchard, front and center now.
I need to know how you fit through
Did
that
you
window.
clean up after you come through that window? Did you put all the bottles back in the dust?
He didn't get out that back door neither. How would he have gotten over all of that stuff?
Yeah, there was all those pans and crap right there in front of the door.
Yeah, and there was like a whole shelf, a pantry shelf.
Like I don't even understand that.
But
They
he did
lived in
not.
smaller.
What's the chat think? Chat, do y'all think his big butt went through that little window?
Let us know.
He did it. Yeah, I just don't believe it.
She said, "Hell no."
So the window, like I'm thinking of the window, right? And the window opening is probably the size of the chair, like that he's sitting on. His big butt don't fit on the chair. How he went through the window? I don't get it.
All right, I'm back.
Yay.
All right, let's keep watching.
You know, something like that. But I know that Gibby, but
I wonder how much he talks over this.
I agree. The lowest it could have, you know, show that was 20 degrees at best.
Zetus Lapidus.
So the dryer sheets were under something.
Oh, let's hear what she said about the dryer sheets.
Or the mattress pad or something. You know, I can still, I think it would smell like something off.
That's a good point, Books with Z. The strength he would need to get into the window that would be a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
It was
That's
raised.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, it's up, like you think about when you're standing in the house in the kitchen, the ground is at least level out there, right? So that window sits up
true.
at chest level. He would have to hoist his big butt up. I'm just not talking about the window.
Yeah,
That's true.
he lets his wife bend over. He's like, "Bend over, wife. Let me step on your back. Hoist me up. Hoist me up."
It couldn't
Could
have
you
been
imagine
because isn't his wife in a wheelchair too?
Is
Heck,
she?
I don't have no
Yeah, I
clue.
thought she's also disabled.
I did not know that. Damn.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in the interviews that she was in, she's also disabled.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be shocked. Maybe it's like a disabled neighborhood or something.
Wait, the
Yeah,
whole
I know.
neighborhood's disabled?
I don't know. I'm just saying that.
Oh shit! They're all in wheelchairs.
Oh no! I wonder
Dude,
if they were racing down Volunteer Way.
Oh my god! That's why it's called Volunteer Way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would actually be kind of cool and kind of smart if they had like a little community where they all had it like that. They could build things to accommodate them, you know?
I mean, it could be. I don't know. I can't speak for facts, but it could be like a community that's meant for people who have like wheelchairs, stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe.
There's definitely wheelchair accessible communities out there that's genuinely meant for people who have disabilities like that.
That'd be really cool.
But he still didn't fit through that window.
Yeah. Can you imagine Gypsy trying to get through it? She can't even get on the bed without having to ask for help. So
Yeah, that's a good point. Like if he left it open for her to come back, how was
yeah,
she getting in?
she wasn't. Point
Yeah,
blank, she was not. It was not happening.
that damn window is such a mystery.
That's why that whole thing about him like helping to, off Dee Dee is such a ridiculous rumor. It's like I said to Cassie before, Cassie May. It's called her Cassie on accident because of Dreamer.
Everyone does. Don't worry. I don't take offense. It's just
It's not
Cassie.
like
It's
it's
just
not even
Cassie.
bad. It could be worse. Oh, I didn't remember what I was gonna say. Oh well, it'll come back to me later. All right, let's keep watching.
Something, that wasn't there before. That's just my thought.
And Gypsy, you're fairly close. Close with them? Would you say close, or would you good acquaintances, or I would consider them friends? Okay. Have you ever seen? Well, let me ask you this: what do you know about Gypsy's
Oh, this part is good.
issues?
Okay, this was a discussion that we had last night, at the prayer ritual.
Okay.
Because the lady from KSPR that came up and talked to me and was stating that their news affiliate in Wisconsin, the father or stepfather said that Gypsy could walk and talk just fine.
Okay.
Now, I talked to the rest of my 501st members, especially Brandon Walford.
Okay, so your 501st is a branch of the Vision
Okay. I have this memorized. The 501st Legion is a worldwide organization of Star Wars enthusiasts. So it's the bad guys from Star Wars and nobody's going to share.
Okay.
We have 7,000 members, 39 countries. Last year we did about $14 million.
Okay, so the 501st is the bad guy, is part of the bad guys for,
We dress up as stormtroopers, Darth Vader, any of the characters because they're more fun.
Okay.
And our local group is Garrison 66.
Okay.
And it's from kind of military. So we have a CO and an NCO and all that stuff.
Okay.
So Brandon Walford, very good friend of mine. He's also
Sorry, I'm interrupted, but he keeps going on these rants that have nothing to do with what he was asked at all. Like, what the hell is the purpose of him saying all this?
Yeah, it almost feels like he's trying to distract, like tell them things they don't need to know so they don't ask questions that they need to know.
Yeah. Like they asked, okay, what do you know about her medical history or about her medical diagnosis? He said, like, he listed what about the, the muscle or whatever else he said. And that should be it. Like, like what are you saying about like these Darth Vader characters and like a CO? Like what? So weird.
also half owner of the Eternal Armory when we made fonts. Okay. This is important because we made a suit of armor for Gypsy.
Oh, there you go.
When she finished and put it on her, especially on her laces, I asked her, "What? This is what they're saying." He goes, "There's no way she understood." He went swearing the Bible that there's no way she could ever stand up. Okay.
Now I get why he brought it up. He's forgiven.
I've only ever seen her in a wheelchair or spoon one.
So you guys are saying, what does this have to do with a medical condition?
Oh,
What
Trixie.
about that Wayne will stand up to get in on life? Well, Dan is not this guy. So yeah, no, this is something I can said about disease.
Wow.
But what the Toyas, trying to
Sorry, guys. She talks a lot.
Katie,
apparently.
chat saying that they can't really hear.
look at
Oh,
it,
no.
it looks like
I have to figure out how to make it louder for you guys. Sorry. I wish I knew that earlier.
Maybe
Wait,
turn
hold
your
on.
computer volume up on the stream. I mean, on the YouTube.
Hold on. I think I'm an idiot. I think I was controlling it from the wrong place. Hold on.
So yeah, no, this is definitely David. And then
Yeah.
somebody else had said
Yeah, it's better.
It's better?
To me, it is. I don't know.
Okay.
Chat,
I
is
was
that
playing
better?
from the wrong place. I'm an idiot. I wish I knew how to do like subtitles at the same time.
Can you put subtitles on your YouTube?
That's what I'm trying. Oh, like
The
I don't
CC? Just
know.
click the CC.
I know that they could do it for themselves, but I don't know if I can do it like for
No,
them.
you just click CC. You see on the YouTube stream? Not
Yeah,
yours, but that one you're watching.
Yeah, I did CC for mine.
All the subtitles popped up. That's dope.
Oh, cool. All right. So that means it works. Yay. I'm an idiot though. I was playing from the wrong place for like at least like 10 minutes. All right. That's ridiculous. Oh well.
We're learning.
Yeah. I'm so dumb. Oh well.
something. I apologize. Yeah, David and Dan can get mixed up from time to time. Said about bottom into the just they weren't copies. And when I got
Wait, does that sound better for everybody else though? Let me know.
It sounds louder for me.
Okay, cool. If the chat, if it's not, just let me know. But I'll keep playing it for now.
a good look at it, it looked like to me it didn't look like that somebody had written the V on there like we initially had thought. Like a lot of us did. But when I looked at it, there was like certain smudges around that V that were very.
We could talk about that for a second. Do you guys think the V was written on there? I don't. I think that's a little bit of a silly claim. I don't think it was written on there. I think it was just a, like a swoosh of the hand. It's just like a, weird coincidence.
No. I don't think so.
Yeah. It's just silly. Like why
When I looked at the crime scene photos, I mean, to me, it didn't look like someone took their hand and like wrote a V.
Yeah, I think it was just like the way the hand hit whatever part of the skin it was. It was just a weird thing that happened.
Think we've given her credit. She can hush.
Wait, what happened?
Think.
Oh,
my
what she said
car.
about Trixie?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Trixie Lane. See the big Trixie over the whole thing? Can't miss it.
That's hers.
This belongs to Trixie. All the credit goes to Trixie Lane. Thank you so much, Trixie. We appreciate you. Please don't strike my video. What do you think, Bird, though? Do you think that the V was there on purpose or no? I already know what she's going to say. She thinks it's ridiculous. I'm just guessing. You would know what she's going to say, Casey. What do you think?
She's going to be like, no, I don't think that at all.
Yeah. Because we're all smart. No offense if you do think the opposite. You're smart too.
And then she'll tell us some like a scientific reason for why it's in that shape. Right, Bird? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Bird's a good friend to have. I don't know if you guys know that, but I saw Bird go hard for Casey, and she's a good friend. All right, but anyway, let's keep watching.
Very light that looked like possibly Dee Dee had laid a certain way in some blood before, maybe being put on her stomach or whatever it was. I don't know whether she was put on her stomach or not, but at some point, like maybe she was laying in some blood on, her.
Just for the record, she wasn't put on her stomach. She was already on her stomach. That's the way she was sleeping, the way that they started, going at her. So she wasn't like placed on her stomach. It's like ridiculous to say. She wasn't moved from a freezer or like fancy things. How would they do that? How would they do that if she was alive with carrying that weight, and then especially dead weight? Come on, it's not happening.
Yeah, that's a wild conspiracy theory.
Right?
I believe that
He
was how they
like,
were able to stop her from moving. Was
I know. Exactly. And so many people are like, well, why didn't she fight back? Because
she
she
was
was
a
on her
larger
stomach and her
woman,
back was up.
probably with a lot
Yeah,
of water weight on
exactly.
the front of her. The only thing that's even nearly posterior is the wound on her neck, but that still was given from behind. It was just the angle that it went in on.
Yeah. I know, it's so awful. It really is. Ugh, makes me feel so bad. All right, let's keep watching.
Bottom briefly.
Oh yeah, and also by the way, that the reason that there was not a lot of blood was because she was laying on her stomach, so all the blood like pooled into her body, like it all went down into her body instead of like out and around. So that's why there wasn't not a lot of blood at the crime scene. Just in case you're wondering. Some people say like, oh, well, there should have been more blood if it was that bad, but it was. It just most of it stayed inside of her, which is pretty awful. And poor Dee Dee, my God.
And it just kind of dried that way. But when you look at it, I couldn't see a fingerprint or anything that indicated, it was written with a finger. Zoom in as much as you can.
Do you guys have that armor, or
No,
does
it
she
should be at the house.
She should be at the house.
Yeah.
And
We're trying to update this.
what do you know about her medical issues? What have you heard Mom say?
Leukemia,
Okay.
muscular dystrophy.
Okay.
Genetic orders that were passed down from the father, and that she'll never be as old as we are.
What does that mean?
Look, she has you're going to have an early lifespan.
She what?
She's going to have a short lifespan because of the genetic disorder.
Okay, I got you. Okay. So she'll never reach our age.
She's not expected to survive that long.
And
trying to get pictures of this dairy.
Do you know how old is Gypsy? Do you know?
As far as we knew, she was 18, 19 years old.
18 or 19 years old. And you guys went on these Comic-Con trips with them, right?
No, see, I was on staff for VisionCon. And that's where we first met. I was floor manager, operations director, became chairman, and finally retired this past February after 19 years.
Right.
Finally had done. They would come out. I did have hotel rooms paid for them. Either get them comp through the hotel or this, that, and the other.
Right. Did you guys the 501st, you said you raised millions of dollars for charity. Did you guys ever do any type of functions for them, raise them money?
Specifically for them?
Damn, how much did you say you got? Maybe we should start raising money for VisionCon or something like that.
No.
Okay. Okay. Just the armor, suit.
And helping out. Kim would give them rides to the airport whenever they had to make trips to Kansas City, which they were supposed to be going to Hope Lodge up there.
Okay. And what did they ride in? How did they?
Typically, Kim would come over to their house in her vehicle, put them in their vehicle, and drive their vehicle.
The Cube or the old van that they had? Okay. All right.
And if for some reason we could not pick them up, then she would take the vehicle and drop it off in the short-term parking on the day that they were supposed to come back.
Okay. Okay. Now let's go to last Sunday.
Okay.
His whole story seems shady. He's saying things he doesn't have to say. Half things he says doesn't even make sense. I guess I understand why people are so sus of him, but for the record, I don't think he actually had anything to do with any of anything that happened. But he is definitely sus AF. I don't know why he's acting like that.
Do you remember, let's see, obviously you saw the post on Facebook.
Just to also put something a little extra in perspective in the beginning when he was talking about her, some of the illnesses that she had or issues, like the genetic condition. He called that out. This is 2015. This is before the public had caught wind of the genetic condition, right?
Yeah.
Because it had been alive for so long, and Gypsy didn't want that getting out. But we've discovered that, Kim called it out in a documentary shortly after this as well. David just admitted it in this police interview. We saw it in the text messages between Gypsy and Aaliyah Woodmansey. So why such a huge cover up of that? I don't understand that. Did absolutely nobody understand this condition and, the issues behind that? Just, something to think about.
Right?
No, the wife saw it first.
The wife saw
And
it
she showed
first.
it to me.
That drew attention, and then so you guys headed over,
I had her call first.
call 911.
No, had her call the
Oh,
house.
okay.
Had her call the house and the cell phone.
Okay.
Why'd you have to call the house and a cell phone first?
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, like wasn't the cop's job to ask like why to things? Like why? If he said like I had to make sure she set the alarm or something first, I could understand not asking why. But why not ask why for that?
Yeah, I had to call the house and the cell phone. The hell?
Yeah. I mean, it
Before
could have
you
been.
go over, you have to do all this stuff. That's so weird.
I know it is weird, especially if it's like an emergency type thing. Like so
Mhm.
clearly it is. It's ridiculous. These are weird people, man. No, that reminds me of that TikTok sound, it goes, these are weird people. I can't do it right. But if you know it, then you know what I'm talking about. I like that sound. Anyway, I wish that there wasn't so much commentary from Trixie. But oh well. Hopefully you guys don't mind. So I would definitely do my own more commentary if her voice wasn't there. I should have cropped it out first. That's my bad.
No answer. It took me 5 minutes something's not right. Let's go.
Do you remember about what time that was?
No, it wouldn't have been that long after she made the phone call though. So we can go back and check her records if necessary.
Okay. So you guys get there. When you guys get there, are
There's
sheriff's deputies there yet?
there is one neighbor there.
Okay.
I could not tell you her name. Black lady.
Black lady. Okay. And how did she get?
She found out saw the Facebook
Saw on
post
Facebook as well. Okay.
We start knocking on doors. A heavyset white lady with long hair showed up. It was her daughter that had the screenshots of the Facebook, evidently talking to a boyfriend or somebody that we didn't know about.
Okay.
I don't know the whole story on that one.
Okay.
That was all information given to the female officer that was there.
Okay.
The three of us, or four of us, because it was the two neighbors, myself and the wife, we are going around the outside of the house, beating on windows, calling for Dee and Gypsy. No answer.
Okay.
I asked Kim, does any of the neighbors have a key? So she goes to the next door, immediately to the east of the house,
Tim,
and knocks on that door. Nobody answers there, so I tell Kim to make a phone call. And she does.
Okay.
That's when she calls 911. I told her to tell them that we need a wellness check. I've seen enough stuff to know that's the proper term.
Okay. So the deputies arrive on scene and tell me.
Do people call wellness checks on themselves? Is that like a thing? Not like you would usually call out someone else. Let's see. Oh,
What
they
is
have.
it?
I didn't know. Oh, sorry. What'd you say?
I was reading Kathleen.
Oh, yeah, I'm reading that too. I didn't know they had right and left-handed ones. That's a little crazy. That's like high key crazy. That's very true. Drinks is a narcissist who only cares about herself.
Yeah.
I never saw anything truer.
No truer words have ever been spoken.
Yep. Except for that, we miss Apple. Those are other true words.
Actually, we've got public service announcement for our friend Apple. If you're hearing this, Apple, please check in.
Yes, please check in. We put out SOS. We did
I put out the
Morse
fire
code.
flame.
Yeah, we did Morse code. We put your picture on a milk box. We put out
All the
flyers.
things.
We run out of ideas. We don't know what else to do. Just check in. Let us know you're all right, please.
Dude, I'm buying a plane ticket. I'm flying across the pond.
We will go to Scotland if we have to. We will.
Yeah. We're coming for find you. It's a search party.
Exactly. We know the general area. We won't be that.
We just run around the streets yelling for Apple.
We just have to. All we have to do is yell potato, potato, and
Yeah,
she'll
we just run around
find
the
us.
streets saying potato.
Yeah, she'll find us. That's funny.
We'll be all over the news in that area. They're like,
Right, these
crazy
Americans
lady.
show up. Americans show up and start yelling potato.
Yes, yes.
That'd be great. You guys are all welcome to come. Anyone can come. Yeah, we're obviously going to bring our potato passports.
Yeah.
Silly dink. Potato.
Potato.
See, this is why we need Apple. She does the best potato. Potato.
Mm-hmm. Potato.
I do that spiraling out of control pretty good, though. Spiraling out of control. What do you say?
Potato.
Potato.
We need it on soundboard. We need her to say it.
Okay, I don't know how to do that. I have to figure that out after this. All right, for now, let's keep watching.
Tell me about what was said between you and the deputies in regards to getting into the house.
They said they had no legal way to go in because if something were to happen, obviously they could be sued.
Right.
And with all the crap that's been going on, I completely understood.
Okay.
The white neighbor was trying to get the window open on the side by the kitchen.
While you were talking to.
Well, we were all kind of the 15, 20 minutes of transpired by the time that happened.
Okay.
And screen off the window opened up.
Okay.
Okay. We looked and, peered in, hollered, nobody answered. And white lady wanted in real bad.
Right.
And it's like, no, just calm down a minute. I'm trying to be the level-headed one. Plus, I'm the only dude there, and I'm Southern and ex-military, so I'm Mr. Protective. I look at the officer, and it's like, look, you're gonna cuff me if I go inside. And it's a vague no. I'm looking at the side of the house. So I enter the premises.
Okay. Let's hold there. Now, when you asked what would happen to you if you went inside?
Yes.
And would you be arrested? Right?
Are you going to cuff me if I go in the house?
Okay. And then that officer, you said a vague no.
He said, I'm looking at the side of the house.
He's looking at the side.
In other words, he's not going to see me go in.
Okay. And so you took that as go ahead and go. Okay. So, so you get in or you decide to go in the house.
Yes.
So you're the one that pushed up
No, the window was already open.
Okay, so the neighbor with the blonde hair is the one
Yeah,
that,
she's the one that pushed open the window.
okay.
The neighbor with the blonde hair pushed open the window and it was
So-
already open. Who's that? Anybody know?
I don't know. That's the first I heard about a blonde lady.
Yeah,
He's
a
talking
neighbor
about the
with the
white
blonde
lady.
hair.
Yeah, first he's talking about the white lady wanted in real bad, and then now the lady with the blonde hair. Who are these
Yeah.
characters?
Right? And why was she opening the window? Is she tall enough to open it? Like, so many questions. This just makes it even more confusing.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun,
I need a
dun.
picture now of the back of the house, but I don't recall in the crime scene photos if there was a photo. Maybe there was in the back of the house.
I don't know, but
I want to see how far up the window is.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's keep going.
When you
I think they might be talking about Aaliyah's mom, Amy. Because in the supplemental reports, I don't know if y'all have seen it, but there was one supplemental report that I kind of got confused with them because it was saying Kimberly Blanchard had called in for a welfare check, but another one had said Amy Pinniger had with Tamara Rose or some I believe it was Tamara, one of the other neighbors. So I'm not really sure. I think that's who they're talking about here is Amy, if I'm not mistaken. But I did want to clear up a little bit of confusion because see, people had believed before that or misinterpreted before that I thought David was involved in the crime itself of unaliving Dee Dee. I've never really thought that. I mean, I have wondered, but I had never really truly thought that. What I do feel though is that he is involved in some way
No, I don't think
in
so.
a manner of, he was very close to Gypsy. I believe he had some sort of relationship he should not have been having with Gypsy. And, or he, maybe he was involved in some of the scamming. I don't know. But I do know he cared enough about Gypsy that I think he kind of walked into something and was like, holy shit, what just happened? I need to help this girl. I'm going to protect her. Her mom's already gone. Nothing I can do about that other than help her cover it up and help her get away, quicker, buy her some time, whatever. That's where my stance has always pretty much kind of been. Now, as FOIAs continue to come out, my stance shifts a little bit here and there on, people that are involved in all of this in some way, even if they're not involved in the crime, but just, brought up in general. Like right now, my stance with Nicholas Godejohn has shifted some, but that's a video another time. But
She talks so
yeah,
much.
that's where
Sorry.
my stance with
I'm gonna skip over her what she says a little bit because she talks so much. Sorry.
David has always been. Maybe I shouldn't have paused it.
entered in, did you go in
I went in
first?
head first,
Okay, and what's right there as you,
the sink.
the sink is?
So I went across the sink and landed on the floor.
Okay.
I looked left, I looked right, everything's still dark. I'm hearing yammering from the window, grab a knife, grab something, and I finally tell everybody to shut up
Okay.
because I can't hear anything. Steve, I'm
What are
just
you?
gonna draw.
Yeah, here, that's why I brought this too.
Okay.
Because I was gonna have you, kind of map your way, like how you entered the house, like this is the house here.
Okay, so here's the kitchen area. This would roughly be the sink, I guess, in the window.
Okay.
You have the hallway that goes down. We'll come back to that. Then you have the living room that sits off kind of in a corner-ish. Because I know that there's a wall here. Or stuck out or something. And then, of course, the front door. I noticed the motorized wheelchair here, big bag,
And that's the living room?
yeah, big
Yeah.
bag of garbage, or not, probably clothes, more than
Okay.
likely.
Okay,
Okay, this first door on the left is closed. I did open.
I wish we could see like the drawing that he's showing them, right? That would be helpful. I wish I could like zoom in.
Yeah, but I'm
It was
sending
a
you
bunch of
the
just stuff on the floor.
okay.
What'd you say?
I'm sending you the back of the house so we can look at that.
Okay, cool.
I did not touch well, I think I touched the doorknob, but I did not try to open this should be where the washer and the dryer are.
Okay.
Okay, if you go down the hallway, the next door that I came to was the bathroom.
Okay.
There was another motorized wheelchair facing the tub.
Okay.
I cannot remember if there's another door here or not, for the life of me. But then you have the master bedroom, and then you have what should be Gypsy's room.
This is where he messes up. I can't remember
He's like describing the whole layout of the house. Like, who cares? It's like a man thing to do.
if there was a door there or not. Dee Dee didn't have a door on her bedroom. And by no means. I don't think it was shock, but here, let's play devil's advocate. Maybe it was shock. But if I had seen my friends like Dee Dee had on her Facebook, and I'm in their house roaming a potential crime scene, you bet your ass I'm going to remember if there was a damn door there or not. Just like there was lights on. Dee Dee had lights on her bed frame, her headboard. Now, granted, they were very soft lights, they didn't really give off much, but they give off a little bit, enough for an officer to see it through the window, and then the closet light, things like that. I mean, I just don't buy what he's trying to sell here.
When I opened, this door was open, this door was closed. I looked in here for just a second, and then I opened up this door.
Gypsy's room.
Gypsy's room.
This guy is like low key, like painfully boring. He's describing the whole layout of the house and telling us which doors are open, which doors were closed, which door he went in because that one was unlocked. Like, okay, we get it.
And of course, she had her bed, and I noticed that all of the stuffed animals were put nicely on there. So obviously, no.
Yep.
So I had slept in the bed.
Okay.
I did not look in the closet.
Fancy, that's a good question. Was the door removed in the 5 days she was sitting there? I wanted to pause for a second for that. If I recall, and somebody can definitely go look and let me know, but if I recall that homemade video where she's showing Nick how to do the jabs, I don't believe there was a door when she made that homemade video. I could
There was no door, just for the record. Was no door.
be wrong. Let me know.
Then I came back to this room,
To Dee Dee's room.
to Dee Dee's room, and I stared at the bed,
Okay.
trying to decide, because I could picture it in my mind. It's like the covers were facing this direction.
Yeah.
And this area here was fairly clean, as far as no sheets or blankets or anything. And I stared very, very hard at that bed. And then I tried to hit the light switches and nothing happened.
And while you're standing at the
At the
doorway.
doorway,
Okay.
because the light switches are right here.
Okay.
And at that point, that is when the officer said, we probably need to leave the house, because I said, I don't see anybody. And so that's when I came back up. He was kind of wanting me to lock the window. So I tried very, very hard, but I could not get the two locks done.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I came back out the door, locked the bottom lock, and then shut the door behind me.
Okay, so you went out the front door.
Yes.
When you went out the front or unlocked the front door, did anybody kind of step in the doorway? Did the neighbors?
Yeah, they were there. I keep wanting to say, I think the black lady came inside too. For some reason, all of that is blank on if anybody else came in with me.
Okay,
I was so focused on seeing the inside of the house.
right. Well, we thought we heard that, someone or a couple people may have went in as you unlocked the door, you went out and then, a couple people may have went just in the doorway. Now, not that I'm aware of that went through the whole house. Do you remember or?
I honestly do not remember. All I know is that I tried to lock the window, failed to do so, and I locked the bottom lock on the door handle so the house would still be secure, and I closed the door behind me. And that was the last time I saw anybody go in the house.
And, this is the east window, correct?
Yes,
And so this way would be north, or correct?
should be, yes.
The back.
Yeah,
that's
because
the-
you have the side deck. There is a door back here somewhere. Anyway. but
Door,
yeah,
what do you mean a door? Like in the hallway?
No,
Outside?
outside.
Oh, yeah,
There's an
yeah,
exterior door.
okay.
But yeah, it's on that side of the house because driveway,
So this way.
shed, should be.
This way's north. Okay. I'll write that on there.
I suck at directions. That's why I was never a good navigator.
Okay. Well, I guess you talked to, Detective Julian yesterday as well, and, Ben Julian.
Yeah.
And, I guess he told me that you were concerned about, Sunday night and being in the house and not
Yeah, how,
not
well,
finding.
I was lucky. I guess I should feel good that I didn't get arrested Monday morning. Because, I woke up at 5:40, looked at my phone, saw they found her in the house. So I hauled ass over there and did my power walk all the way up the street and grabbed the first
Yeah.
cop. What the hell did I miss?
Yeah, don't, I can't tell you to, don't be distressed about it,
Well,
but
I've had a lot of discussions with people and are running, after last night, there's three opinions or three ways that I feel this has gone down.
Okay.
And with reading the probable cause statement, one of those three is obviously true. The reason why we came down here today was because Kim has been being messaged by a lady claiming to be Gypsy's stepmother.
okay.
Maybe it was that craft corner person pretending to be Gypsy's stepmom. What's with all these weird people coming up with these gypsy stories?
I don't know. That's weird. There's like new characters every day.
I know. Like, why do you want to pretend to have a story with her? Like, it doesn't make you look good. Like, it's just weird, honestly. Whatevs.
New gypsy back in the day.
Yeah. Then
I
they'll
saw
say
her in the
something like,
hospital room.
yeah, right, yeah. They knew each other since they were babies. They were born in the same hospital room.
Yeah.
So dumb.
So I sent you in Discord the window of the kitchen. It's so small. I probably couldn't even fit through that window.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh yeah, I'll put it up after this. Yeah, but you definitely want to see the window. I think this is almost done anyway.
The web page that we had set up, praying for Dee Dee and Gypsy, there have been people on there that said they know her from Louisiana, stating that all this medical crap is wrong. She's older than what she says she is. This has all been a scam. And it's like, what the hell is going on?
It's true, it has all been a scam, but don't forget, Gypsy was an adult and she was in on it, so don't blame it all on Dee Dee. Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Here?
Yeah.
Because I had three running theories, because I told this is something that didn't come up again later, especially with talking to you, I don't know why. But I was talking with the female officer there. Should have been 2011. There was a Danny Glidewell. Does that name come up at all?
I think you said something about that Sunday. I think the name sounds familiar, but
Okay. He basically coerced Gypsy with romantic intentions. A, to take money.
What the hell did he just say? Is he talking about Nick? Nick? Or Dan?
Hey, what did you say that I missed? What was the big deal?
Something about money. I really couldn't understand
Oh,
because she interrupted it so abruptly. She's like,
I
"What?"
know. Exactly. Well, just go back and listen again. Same thing though. I was like, I didn't get it, and then she started talking.
Money with romantic. He basically coerced Gypsy with romantic intentions.
What?
A, to take money.
What the hell did he just say? Is he talking about Nick? Nick? Or Dan?
Hmm.
Dan, okay. Okay.
I don't want to listen to that
Nick,
again.
he just said.
What did he
A, to
just
take money.
What the hell did he just say?
Basically coerced Gypsy with romantic intentions. A, to take money.
I thought he said Dee Dee
What the hell did
too.
he
What'd you say?
I thought he said Dee Dee. I don't know why, but some of the
Yeah, I'm
chat
trying to like,
saying
yeah, I'm
the
trying to go
same.
back and listen to get like a clear thing, but I don't know. Play it again.
He basically coerced Gypsy with romantic intentions. A, to take money.
What the hell did he just say? Is he
Yeah, I don't know why she stopped it like that, but I think he's talking about Nick. I don't know why. How does this guy even know who Dan is that he would mention him?
I don't know. They must have talked a lot. Yeah. Gypsy probably went over there and said, "Guess what, guys?"
Yeah. So yeah, if he knew about Dan, then obviously Dee Dee must have known about Dan.
Well, I heard some
So,
story that Dee Dee knew about Nick.
oh my god, I know. There's literally a newspaper article that talks about like Dee Dee meeting Nick and loving him and all this stuff. I've posted it before. It actually came up in my memories like yesterday or today. So what's that about? I think that Dee Dee, because why would they write a whole newspaper article that wasn't true? I think Dee Dee like maybe really did know who he was, meet him, and she didn't hate him as much as Gypsy said, but Gypsy's just so much of a psycho that she wanted to offer mom anyway.
Yeah, I also thought I read somewhere like Dee Dee talked about him to other people. Like Gypsy has a little boyfriend,
Yeah.
but I'm not 100% sure. But I vaguely like recall that somewhere in my brain.
Yeah.
talking about Nick? Nick?
Nick?
Or Dan? Dan, okay. Okay. Well, I think he's lying about Christy introducing herself as stepmommy. I think he knew Christy and Rod before. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't have proof of this, you know.
It wouldn't be crazy for him to have known Christy and Rod before, since like he was neighbors with Gypsy and Dee Dee, and like, you know, Rod is her dad, so like it would be crazy for him to like fly out there even just once and meet him, like, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I don't, even if that is true, I don't see what the big deal is, but maybe we'll find out.
I just find it strange that not long after Dee Dee is found, that, you know, Claudia, Dee Dee's sister, gave Rod and Christy the thumbs up to go through the house. But it wasn't just Rod and Christy in that house. David Blanchard was there clearing that house out with them, with U-Hauls and everything. You know, I don't know. That's a little strange, don't you think? I
I didn't know. It is true though what she's saying. That is weird. I don't know.
that tells me that I think there's just more to it. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but there's more to it, I think.
This is what I heard from Dee Dee and everything, that took money and took a cab to his house. So initial theory was that Gypsy's growing up, she's curious and got suckered in by somebody who knows that they have pain medications.
Mm.
So it's easy motivation right there. And then after the discussions last night, the other that we've just all been duped.
Damn.
Yeah.
And she wanted out.
Yeah. And let me ask you this. Do you know, did Gypsy and Dee Dee, did they have a good relationship, would you say? Or
Every time you saw them together, they were mother, daughter. Oh my God, we're here for each other 100%. And just, yeah.
did
So there was no signs of abuse? I'm shocked.
They don't say.
did Dee Dee treat Gypsy like she was,
On a pedestal.
huh?
On a pedestal.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. Did she treat her like she was, like, 4 or 5 years old, do dress up and
Hold the phone. Okay. Christine. Boom, he said pain meds. Can you please reiterate? I think I missed that. I apologize. Did he mention pain medication? And in what context? Do you remember?
Fast forward.
Yep, he did. She was okay. Thought so. Thank you guys.
I got the impression from Dee Dee that that Dee Dee's kind of immature anyway.
okay, like she has the mentality of a
Well, no, just that she is 100% Southern woman and wants to trust everybody.
yeah.
Wants to have fun and play. And, if it's Disney that Gypsy's into, then we'll do Disney everything. I've never seen Gypsy dressed up outside of, costumes for the convention, outside of, like pajamas and stuff,
Okay.
sundresses.
So anytime she's dressed up, it's been for the Comic-Con
Yeah.
stuff, or
And it's been a costume. I've never actually seen her, in like dress clothes.
okay. Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You guys are under the impression that he's pinning something on Dan or shifting the attention to Dan? Is that what I'm getting from this? Or is that just one opinion? I'm curious, genuinely. Because the reason I'm asking, no, on one, genuinely asking with Dan messages, if not, and he kind of, so in the text messages, his response was, but he wouldn't allow. You guys are hearing David shift attention in that direction, whereas not too long ago, correction. And it's interesting because bestie, supposedly, so I find it interesting how they turned on each other. Could this be lovers quarrel? Jealousy? I don't know.
Costumes. Okay. But Dee Dee just put her up on a pedestal, and what was how
there was a point in time
how
when
was Gypsy?
the Dee Dee invited me and other members of the garrison to her house to discuss future plans for Gypsy, because there was a possibility of getting her into a program.
Wait, why would Dee Dee invite other people like from the neighborhood to her house for Gypsy's future? Isn't that weird? If that's true.
Yeah, like I The way I imagine it, it's like just them around the table, like planning Gypsy's future with a bunch of like strangers in the neighborhood. So
Right? Like, what the
weird.
heck? Why? Yeah, why would they be invited? That's so bizarre. Like, why? Why? Like, was that what movie night was for? You know how they used to have movie night? Was that what it
Well,
was for?
maybe it was like
Discuss
a bolted thing, like a little
maybe, yeah. Or maybe
weird
it was like,
thing.
yeah, I don't know. Who knows? That's freaking weird, though.
Hey, all of you, I want you over next week. We're going to play My Children's Future together. 7:00.
Some kind of,
Future plans like would.
no, it was a medical testing of some kind that might be able to help solve her stuff. But what is the term I'm looking for? It's almost like a beta test. And that was when, I had lost my mother not too long before that. And it was like, well, I prefer quality over quantity. If this is a treatment that is going to leave her, worse than chemo, but give her a longer time span, then, really what's the point?
Okay, so she got, you guys got together trying to set up a plan like for.
Well, no, she just wanted our opinion, what we thought.
Oh, okay. I just your opinions
Yeah.
on whether she should do it or
Yeah.
not. Okay. I thought maybe she was trying to get some type, she needed maybe.
No
fundraising or-
assistance or anything,
Okay.
just our opinion of what we thought.
Okay. And how long ago was that?
Oh God, I don't remember. It's been some time.
Year or
Well,
longer?
longer than that.
Okay.
I'm going like 3.
Did she ever say whether she?
No, that never came back up.
Okay. Okay.
To be honest, my wife spent more time talking with him and doing things with him than I did.
Yeah.
I'm always working or doing something.
Okay.
But is she sick?
We're
Oh,
I think to a point. I don't know yet. We're trying to figure that out.
I just want to address this comment. I think Dee Dee was on her way out and truly thought Gypsy wouldn't survive without her. I agree. I really think that Dee Dee was like close to the end. Like Gypsy probably could have just waited it out and seen like what would happen. But I guess she thought her mom was like immortal or something, which clearly she was not. But yeah, think Gypsy wouldn't. She thinks that Gypsy wouldn't survive without her. I think that she was genuinely worried, like what would happen to Gypsy, because she did, as Gypsy has admitted, she did everything for her. She really thought that, like, oh, my poor sick child, let me just take care of this for her. It's the least I can do, like, She did literally everything for her, and then what did she get? Absolutely nothing. It's awful. Let's keep watching.
Yes.
I need something from you, Mr. Green.
I'll do
If you
what I
possibly
can.
can.
I'll do what I can.
I am the one that everybody is coming to.
Okay.
I need something
He sounds very confident in himself.
that I can say.
We're having a press release right now. All the information is going to be put out here shortly.
Okay. Because the founder of the 501st has already posted on the 501st site about things that have been going on, praying for Dee Dee and Gypsy and everything else. And so we've been duped.
For the most part. To what, all I can tell you is she can walk. Does she have some medical issues? Yeah.
I really wish this wasn't over his face so that we could see the look on his face, like when he finds out that she can walk,
He's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But that contradicts what he just said earlier. when he was saying about like nobody seeing her walk and blah blah
Oh
blah,
yeah,
and
I
then
know. Yeah.
now he's
Well,
saying, "I'll tell you this,
yeah,
she can walk."
I know. Yeah. Well, I think that it was David Blanchard saying no one's seen her walk, and then the detective was saying that she can. I
Yeah.
think that happened. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
detective's like, sorry to break it to you, dude.
Yeah.
You've been
Right.
duped. You've been duped,
But
man.
but most of the neighbors said that they knew that she could walk. So why would David Blanchard be like the one that didn't? You know, seems weird. Like he had to have known. Maybe he doesn't want to like say it. I don't know. Just seems odd to me.
It is odd.
Gypsy has the patience of a fruit fly. Get impulse controls. Her impulse control switch is permanently off. I agree. She reacts really poorly. Like everything that she did with Ryan. Like, why can't you control yourself? She was the one who was spiraling out of control. If
I
anyone
can't even
was.
figure out what kind of hair she fucking wants. She's gonna
I
fry it
know.
up.
With the hair dye, my goodness gracious, it's so true. I wonder if she's losing all her hair. Like, come on. That did not come out blonde. I'm just saying it's not blonde. Okay, we could talk about that after though. We're almost done
Well,
with
as much as she's frying it, she's gonna be bald again before we all know it.
Oh yeah. I mean you could tell by just by tell by looking at the finished product, even though she winded up going to a salon anyway, which not surprising. Of course she did that. What a waste of money. But you could tell her hair is not healthy anymore. Like when she got out of prison, her hair was like you could tell like healthy, like it was virgin hair. Now it's very much not that. And it's only
I
a year
couldn't
later.
fathom doing that to my hair after trauma surrounding my.
You're right. It does not make sense. Well, gee, I wonder why. Because there was no trauma surrounding her. She just proves it all the time.
Yeah, she might. To what extent, we really don't know. We're trying to figure that out right now. You know, could she have some serious issues? Yeah, she might. But can she walk? Yep, she can walk. There's a lot of stuff that we're still trying to figure out. That's why we got you in here, see if yeah. So, you know,
We started a GoFund event to help pay for medical costs. Or not medical costs, but funeral arrangements for Dee Dee.
What?
you did, or
My
the
wife did.
okay.
It's all in her name.
Okay,
She's been the one who has been the face of all of this on the news because I refuse to talk to people because
yeah.
my initial thing was find me that son of a bitch because all
Why were they putting together a GoFundMe for Dee Dee's funeral? Is that what?
Wait, what'd you say?
Did you hear him?
No, say it again. Sorry.
They said they started a GoFundMe to raise money for Dee Dee's funeral.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. If that's true, I mean, one, what happened to the money? Because they never had the funeral. So
I think it was some of the money that was in the safe. Honestly, I think that Dee Dee knew. Like, I really think that she knew that she was passing away. I think she was trying to make plans for Gypsy, like for what happens when she's gone.
yeah, I mean, yeah, she had to have been worried. She took care of Gypsy for every single thing she did her entire
I
life.
have to go back and search the documentaries, but in one of the documentaries, it's the one where she's in a tan jumpsuit, but it's not with Dr. Phil. It's one of the other ones. She says, my mother was getting sicker and sicker and something had to be done.
Yeah.
Dude,
like I think that's why she murdered her mother was because she was sick and she didn't want to take care of her mother in her end days. She just wanted to run around with men.
Dude, how cruel are you? Like, you should have just let her go on her own. Dude, you couldn't have let her live out the rest and just like sucked it up, Buttercup. I mean, hardly she could probably make you go through anything more.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of my outrage. Like, she was already sick and passing away.
Exactly.
You could have just let the woman pass away. I mean, how long did she really have left with all her health conditions? She was at the point she could barely walk without assistance.
Exactly.
Like the other side always say, oh, well, she was in the hospital with Gypsy the day before and she was walking. Yeah, with a wheelchair she was leaning on. That's the same thing as a walker. But she was ill. And I just really think that Dee Dee could have lived out her final days comfortable, resting. And Gypsy couldn't wait enough.
Damn. It's okay. You can play it. I'm done. Chris said she had no meds in her system, so Gypsy wasn't giving Dee Dee her meds. I'd like to see Dee Dee's medical reports. Are they accessible? I wonder.
There's not many available. People have tried to get them, but there isn't many available. And even though she's deceased, getting her medical records is a process, and it would have to be done by either like a Gypsy or one of her siblings or even her father. They won't just give them to just anybody. And as far as I know, there's none of them in like the FOIAs. But Dee Dee didn't have any medication in her system, which means that Gypsy directly lied because she said, oh, my mother has taken her nighttime medicine. She's sleeping peacefully. So like Dee Dee felt everything. She had no sleeping pills, no pain medication. She had nothing in her system. Nothing. It was completely clean. She didn't even have her prescriptions in her system.
Yep. I know.
So I wonder if Gypsy was withholding her medicine.
Oh yeah.
Because I believe that Gypsy was the aggressor. I believe that Gypsy was the one who had the upper hand, if that makes sense. Because think about it, if Dee Dee's getting weaker and weaker, and we know Gypsy could always walk, she's definitely going to be stronger than her mother if her mother is gravely ill. So I wonder if she was withholding medications from her mother, like intentionally. Like, I think that maybe she thought that withholding her mother's medication would kill her.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay, so they were raising money for Dee Dee's funeral. So she knew she was dying, which would make sense as why she was meeting with people in the neighborhood she knew for Gypsy's future.
Yeah, I think she was trying to build her a village, like so that when Dee Dee was gone, she would still have a support system, people in the community, people in the neighborhood that would come to the house, that would check on her, that would help her get to her appointments, that would help her survive life. That's why I don't buy the whole thing that Dee Dee never wanted Gypsy to have a boyfriend. I almost feel like that's not true. Because who else would take care of her, like if she had a partner? You know what I mean?
Wait. The fuck? I'm on the wrong tab.
Yeah.
And they don't need to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hopefully your wife, I know we know of some fundraising stuff, and what was it called? Go something.
I'll find it for you.
Because I know we've got something.
As many times as David has picked up his damn phone during this interview, who's with me? The investigator should have just, gotten a warrant for his phone at this point. Apparently, he has so much on his phone that's so telling that he has to keep picking it up and telling this investigator what's what. But is he in here threatening, saying that, let me find Nick, or is that who he's talking about? Is Nick? Let me get him, or whoever? Because them's fighting words, really. But no, his demeanor. This does not look like a man who just found out one of his alleged close female friends and close daughter, that he was apparently close to, that she's passed away. She was brutally unalived. And, you know, just like in the interviews that we had seen that were playing in the documentaries with them, I believe it was Gypsy's Revenge. No emotion, none. And some of their friends tried to justify that as, oh no, this is just how they are. This is how they show emotion. I personally, I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. If I was friends with somebody for that many years and I was close to them and I was taking their kid out on outings and stuff or to, doctor's visits, I would have a lot more emotion here. I would, I don't know. He's very standoffish as if it doesn't faze him. And it reminds me of Gypsy. This is Gypsy's demeanor. If she had still had a cell phone on her during her damn interrogation, I guarantee you she probably would have pulled that out a couple hundred times too. But that's just me.
What's it say loading? What? Play. Come on.
Sorry, I did it again. I paused it and now it's buffing. Give me a second. I'll see if I can't get it going again.
Yeah. Okay, finally it's done loading. My God, that took forever. Play.
Okay. You guys said my voice was glitching. Okay. So I think it was just an internet issue then. I apologize, guys. It is up and working now. Let me get this back up. We are 28 minutes into the 52 minutes part of the police interview. So we are, halfway done with the police interview. Yay! Thank you so much again for hanging out with me and doing this watch with me. For those that don't know, this is my first time listening to it and watching it myself. I did wait on watching it so that I could watch it with you guys and engage in the conversation. So definitely keep up the conversation in the chat, and I'm enjoying watching what you guys' thoughts and opinions are, and it's going great. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hopefully your wife, I know we know of some fundraising stuff, and what was it called? Go
Here,
something?
I'll find it for you.
Because I know we've got something. We're trying to find every fundraiser thing that we can find.
Rachel Miller's here.
Okay.
She just texted me. We've been talking this morning.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, she's gonna be pissed at you.
Why?
Because nobody called her to tell her before she was charged. I'm giving you fair warning, brother. Okay. It's not your job to have to tell her, because technically she's a legal adult because she's 19, especially in light of what we're finding out now.
Yep.
So, where is it at? Your internet in here sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in a big concrete building, so.
Why is it? It's playing, but like there's no sound. Nothing is happening. The fuck? Let's fast forward. Is it just like the sound at this part?
Come on.
There we go.
There.
This is weird. Maybe because this is top by. Oh, I don't know.
You have too much concrete in this building.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. I've helped drill holes to it. I used to work for Simplex Grinnell, and we did added the microphones and cameras
Oh yeah.
and all the pods.
Yeah.
And I got to see the CERT team come through twice in a pod while I was doing that. See a guy walking back with a covered in liquid poop.
Yeah.
Like, this job don't need. But yeah, we used to do quarter bets to see if I could go through your 18-inch wall without hitting the chunk of rebar. There we go.
GoFundMe. Is this the only GoFundMe?
That we have dealt with, yes.
Okay.
And this is all in my wife's name. Oh, it's getting bigger. That's how much we've done since yesterday.
So this is for
She said-
Dee
Yeah.
for her funeral.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Don't let you go away.
So this is something you guys just came up.
Yeah, we started this yesterday.
Okay.
It was just to help cover funeral arrangements for Dee because we don't know, obviously didn't know where money was or if there is any or.
Okay. Okay. There's that. Anything else that we might need to?
Well, she's got the information on the stepmother.
Okay. And she called her phone directly
No,
or message?
Facebook message.
Facebook message.
And we have a phone number for her.
Okay.
Kim
And
was supposed to call her later on today.
on those Facebook messages, you're getting all kinds of messages.
Well, that was,
Just
she's
that.
also, that's something else that, she messaged Kim was a screenshot. All right. You might want to talk to Facebook and specifically the Praying for Dee Dee and Gypsy Facebook page, because I'm an admin on that.
Yeah.
And this is where I fucked up.
Okay.
All right. Sarah last night, after the vigil, that's the site.
Okay.
There was a long post with a lot of people and I got pissed and I deleted it.
Okay. Well, we might be able to get that back.
There's nothing ever 100% deleted on the net.
Right.
It never completely goes away. And I even went through back today at home on my desktop trying to see if there's some way to recover it. And I couldn't find an option.
Okay. Someone sent you a picture?
No.
So supposedly, so when Kim started the GoFundMe to cover funeral expenses, quote unquote, funeral expenses for Dee Dee, here's the funny part about that. And it's in my three-part exposing the Blanchard videos where Kim had set up that GoFundMe before they even found Dee Dee. That's the interesting part. They set up a GoFundMe for funeral costs when Dee Dee was just missing at the time. Not, they hadn't, found her in bed yet, allegedly. Which was to me a huge hole in the narrative that they've been trying to sell this whole time. He didn't find her. Well, that's not possible if, they're starting up a GoFundMe for funeral costs. At least that's my opinion. I don't have proof to, back that up other than they created a GoFundMe before she was even announced dead. And then, but it was even more interesting. Here's the fun fact of that too. So they set up this GoFundMe before the police had found Dee Dee in bed. The GoFundMe was for funeral costs for Dee Dee. What about Gypsy? Well, wasn't there a post also made, a third post before it was dirty deleted, where the daughter was dead too? Why not funeral costs for her? I'm telling you guys, they knew. They were buying time to get her further away to Wisconsin. It's in my gut. I don't have proof of that, but it's in my gut.
There was just a lot of people that were making comments saying that she's older. She's not sick. Oh, what's wrong with you people?
Okay. If you don't mind, hang out 1 second. Let me get this information to a guy who's working with Facebook accounts. If you don't
Anyone have a
mind.
good glass of water?
Yeah, sure. Or how you want? I got some soda. You want a soda or do you want water?
No, Coke or something. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be fine. Thank you.
Here he is, playing on that daggone phone all over again. This is like Gypsy 101 right here, guys. This is where Gypsy learned it from.
Yeah, there's so much silence in this video when it's still playing. Is he finding out what to do from his buddies? Is that what he's doing?
I don't know. I know I skipped over this because he keeps going. Like, it's just silent.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. It's like really weird. I don't get it. Let's hold on.
I want to know what he's texting. I'm nosy.
I know. I wish we could see his phone so bad. Look, I'm even like going forward and still nothing.
Or, yeah. He shouldn't have been able to have his phone in there. But who knows? I do find it odd. You know, I don't recall Stephanie or Charlie or anyone having phones in theirs. And certainly not Gypsy or Nick, because they went and took it from the house. You know, the ones that they had.
I want to FOIA your phone, dude.
Lotus, that would be funny. Yeah. You know, I'd like to hear some of that.
Dang,
Country girl Brenda. I'm waiting for him to scream, sir, I need a lawyer. Just, you know, the phone, I just find it so telling that he keeps going back to the phone, even right in front of him. Obviously, there's important stuff on that phone. Why are they not getting a warrant or asking for that phone? You know what I mean? Like they did with the Leah Wood onesie. You know, she willingly gave up her phone for them to take whatever they needed off of it, as far as messages and stuff goes. She didn't even make them get a search warrant. But I just find it strange that, you know, David was so close to them and knows all this stuff.
Motherfucker.
motherfucker.
I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't be sitting there saying that if I'm getting ready to walk out scot-free. I don't know. This.
Now, did they pull him in as like a suspect or just as just an interview?
I think just as an interview.
Yeah, why are you in a hurry, David?
Yeah, I don't think they were suspects yet or at all.
Yes, Anarchy Faye, his daughter's name is Aurora too, but it's spelled different. I've never seen it spelled that way before. I don't even remember how it's spelled now, but I remember it was different.
Was he ever actually a suspect? I thought he was just like a witness, like a person who knew the family.
Well, I don't want to. Okay, to Prison Princess, I don't want to say David groomed Gypsy because even if they did have some sort of inappropriate relationship, Gypsy was an adult when they met. She was 18 in 2009 when they allegedly met. I believe they met sooner, but that's as far back as we could have gone.
Yeah, I definitely believe they met.
Okay, sorry.
What's that noise?
Hopefully Pepsi will work.
Even better.
Cherry Pepsi is okay. I love wild cherry Pepsi.
Yeah, it's been a crazy few days, so.
I can't be here though.
Or shedding.
Praying for Dee Dee. Yeah, I told the guy who's looking into Facebook, so he'll probably write a subpoena or a search warrant or whatever for that. So we'll be able to bring up all those old messages and
Good.
stuff. So
Good. Because I kicked myself in the ass because I was just so mad and
yeah. Well, anything else you can think of that?
I can't here tell you.
Anything? In any of the comments made on that Facebook page?
well, it was just people of names I didn't know that say that they lived in Louisiana, that they knew them.
Yeah.
That she's older, she's not nearly as sick. You know, and then there's other people jumping on the back like, well, yeah, because then you clip your hair and, you know, and keep it short like you're doing chemo, and which really makes me wonder, what about the articles?
What articles?
Oh shit, I've got a PDF of one. Okay. This is something that I found from Children's Mercy Hospital. And it specifically is an article about them. And even once you turn the page, it even talks about the doctor.
This guy's phone.
Who's
Good.
been helping.
Look how he's like staring him down, like, mother effer, don't you dare go into something else.
Yeah.
Look at that. Like, his eyes are
How
burnt.
much of this is bullshit?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Play.
There is no way he went through that window. Did he even bring that up yet?
See that damn window.
I know. Wait, I'll look at the comment on Trixie's
So you were
thing.
going to call me today anyway.
Of course that's over now. Come on.
Or at least just talk to you.
Okay. Oh, okay. And the police, I guess, whatever. Wait, can I just take that off? Hold on. Temporarily.
Yeah, no, that's true. His name is either Charles David or David Charles, but Charles isn't his name. Maybe Steph knows. She's in the comments. Steph, do you know?
Steph, do you know? Bama Steph.
Oh, Steph said the warrant was for phones, computers on David. I guess there was a warrant that was put out for him.
Oh damn.
Like for his possessions, his electronics.
Wow. I mean, I guess that makes sense. If you're part of like a, a murder investigation, maybe you should have your stuff taken.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you're like that close to like, the person who did it.
But I did
Right,
see
like,
that Charles thing before, and I forget whether his name is Charles David or David Charles, but it is one of his names.
why does he have more than one name? That's so weird.
Well, I think it's like first middle, but I don't remember whether they call him by his middle name and Charles is his first name. I was hoping Steph knew. She usually knows.
Yeah, literally same. Play. Come on, play. They're not playing. Oh, did that twice already. I'm on the wrong screen.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, you got me out of work. That's,
yeah, right on.
I didn't want to work yesterday, but I did.
Where do you, what pay, or what, how did you find this here?
It was a link off of something.
Okay, are you able to, can you find that for me? Did it have I forgot, did it have the doctor's name on there? I should have looked at that before.
It's just a magazine called Treasures, summer of 2009.
Treasures.
For support, yeah, summer of 2009.
Let's talk about that Love Shack, Sarah. So he had a key to the house. He would only lie and claim to have gone through a window if he didn't want them knowing he had a key. So this is where the time of events are very confusing. And I haven't looked at them here lately to remember how they exactly worked out. But if memory serves me, he went through the window, he went through the house, excuse me, and then he came out. He was told, get out of the house, and they, locked it back down. And then later on, when they obtained a search warrant, they didn't want to kick in the door if they didn't have to. So they asked if somebody had a key, and I guess he called his daughter or something for the key. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
For supporters of Children's Mercy Hospital and clinics.
2009.
Yeah.
Okay. Treasures magazine or Treasures.
Oh. You got an email account? I can send it to you.
Yeah. Do M Green.
I can't type. N-E or
Just no E.
Okay.
M Green at Green with a E on the end. County. MO. .org.
Couldn't fit through that window, even if you tried.
It'll come in from Duncan at VisionCom.
I don't know.
.net, okay, or .org. Because VisionCom, that was my email for the convention.
Okay. Okay, got it. David Blanchard.
Oh, good. It came up with my name. Awesome.
Okay. Anything else you think of?
No. Is there anything specific I can tell the rest of my garrison? because we all adopted her. We made her an honorary member.
Yeah.
And basically our mascot.
What I would do is, as soon as you leave here, go on KY3 webpage or whatever and watch the press release. The sheriff, as I walked out, the sheriff was wrapping up the press release. And at this point, because I've been cooped up in offices for so long, I don't know what I can and can't say. So other than that, we know that Gypsy can walk. That's all I know. Okay, or that I can tell you. So any other information that you may need to know, the sheriff's, and if you go to Greene County, our Greene County website, instead of having news, kind of break down pieces and parts of the interview.
So this just kind of hit me too. What Aunt Edna just said. If he had a key, then why the BS of not being able to get in the house? I think y'all are right. He was given the gremlin time to flee. While that may be true, my curiosity here is why implicate himself though, especially with all the lies he's telling, because that's a pretty huge risk to go into a crime scene, breaking and entering into that house when the supplemental reports specifically state he was told not to. Even his wife was, Amy Penniger, Tamara Rose, they were all told no. And yet but they also claim that they saw David's legs dangling from a window, that he was actually climbing it, which I don't buy that story. I find that very, very hard to believe. Because, you guys see how big David is right now. I've seen that window, and, I can tell you, it is really small. If Gypsy back then had went through that window, she could have done it, but it would have been tight. That window is very small, believe it or not. So I don't know. I do believe he definitely was buying time for Gypsy. Absolutely, I wholeheartedly believe that in my gut. But what I would like to know is why implicate himself? Why put the heat on him to potentially be arrested for entering a crime scene, potentially tampering with the crime scene by even being in there to begin with? I'm just curious. What are your guys' thoughts?
We'll post it on our website and you'll be able to watch the whole thing and all that. So
Did you still want the messages?
Oh, did
I saw them all.
okay, so
Yeah,
you got what's her face's number?
Which one?
The supposed stepmother.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
just
they
talked to Joey and told him about the Facebook page that they made, and that I think he'll start working on getting
Because there was
search warrant for that.
because there was one
Praying for
post
Dee Dee and Gypsy.
that
okay. Is that the one you referencing that
The-
you made, or that you guys have
No,
made?
I was talking about the GoFundMe page.
Okay, but you said you contacted somebody from Facebook, right? Initially.
Yes,
Okay.
the two I've gotten in
Okay.
contact.
And
with
what
Facebook.
page did you contact them?
They contacted me directly
So just
On the
Facebook
praying for
Messenger.
Dee Dee, right? On the praying for Dee
on
Dee.
Messenger.
Okay,
I hadn't been doing a lot with praying for Dee and Gypsy.
Yeah.
So they had actually
Facebook message you.
the one individual I sent a message to because she had posted something on the GoFundMe page that the family didn't know who I was. So I reached out to her and basically said, look, I'm just trying to help.
Right.
And so she and I have been talking, and her stepmom just sent me a message that said, I'm sending you a friend request. I'm her stepmom.
Okay.
Is that Laura? No, Christy is her stepmom. Laura is the one that I've been.
Do you know who Laura is?
Oh, no, Amy, excuse me.
Oh, Christy
Amy
is
Kramer.
Gypsy's stepmom, and
Correct.
Laura is Claudina's stepmom.
No, I don't know anything about it. I got my names all filled up. Let's try this again.
I'm sorry, that's why I'm asking. I just need clarification.
Christy contacted me and said, I'm sending you a friend request. I'm her stepmom. Amy, oops. Amy is the one that I.
Yes, Anarchy Faye, that is a very good call out. David used to be in the military. Oh goodness, I think it was Air Force. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's in one of my videos. I believe it's the very first one. But he had a major love obsession with knives and loved collecting swords.
I wonder where she got that info from. Like, why would she just assume that he has a huge love for knives and swords? And like, what was she friends with him on Facebook or something? Because that's really weird too. They were like actually friends, and that's how she saw it. Creepy. Hey, oh man, I'm doing that wrong page again.
There were 3 swords in the crime. I don't know if it means they were bagged and tagged. Crime scene that were bagged and tagged. I don't know if it means anything or not, but I find it interesting that there's a lot of things in common between David and Gypsy, so.
Come on, keep playing, David. Oh, it says loading again. I think this is on her end, not mine. Oh, Zetus Lapidus. Maybe it is mine. Oh, I guess that's it. That's
Let
a
me
weird
try to
way.
reset it one more time.
Isn't that a weird way for it to end?
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that?
I don't know. It's freaking weird. Like, I don't even know really what the point was of his interview. I feel like he didn't really tell them anything. But I did think it was weird that him and his wife decided to take it upon themselves to do the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And I want to know who these other 2 people are. Like, all these people, like, who are they? There's like a white lady and the blonde lady and the black lady.
Oh, I know. Yeah. That's weird.
I don't feel like he told anything pertinent in his interview.
No, I felt like out of all of the interviews I've seen, I felt like this one was for sure like the least interesting. But I mean, I guess he probably didn't have as much to offer because like he wasn't as involved as people think he is,
Dang.
That's
But
weird.
yeah, I don't know. And looking at that window, like there's no way he climbed in that window. Like, fucking stop.
He did not go through that damn
window. The window is so small. It's like half of a window.
Oh yeah, you sent me that picture, right?
Yeah, it's like half of a window. His fat ass. Sorry.
I can't even take it seriously.
His big butt could not fit through that little ass window. No, sir. Lies.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll share the screen. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
I mean, it wasn't like that he had to hoist himself up because he could have stood on that little, I don't know what it is, that storage container or whatever it is. But
yeah.
he still could not have fit through that window. There's
No
not.
way.
He did not go through that window. He couldn't even fit on that chair.
His legs through.
He wouldn't be able to get in feet first. He would have to go head first. And that means he would have to slinky slank through the window, down across the sink, onto the floor.
Wait, was he? No, no, there's no way. He
Wait, what
did
does that
some
say on
sort
the
of like
screen?
magic school bus thing and shrunk down.
Right? That's funny though. What does
So he
that say on
came
the
through the
screen? Can you
window and he
not see
knocked
the
everything
picture?
over and stuck it
It
back
says
in its proper
Discord
place.
app launched. Continue to Discord.
What does it say?
Continue to Discord.
Oh, well, I'm already on Discord on my thing, so I don't know why it's not showing up. That's weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. I guess I could always just save it and like send it to myself or something. I'll just do that. And an email, because that's weird. I don't know. You know what I'll do? Hold on. Just download it. I don't know why
Oh,
that's
yeah,
happening
I
though.
love it.
That's bizarre.
How bizarre, dude.
I felt like
So
this
I,
interview was like hard to get through compared to the other ones. So like the other ones I'm like so into. Like, you know, this one was not as interesting.
I want to hear the juicy.
I know. I'm excited to see what they have and like the new dump that they're getting. He did not fit through that window.
Girl, I'm telling you, I told you, it's small. It's like half a window, dude.
He
Look
did
how
not
little.
fit through that window.
There is
Like,
ain't no
hold
way.
on.
Ain't no
Look at
It's
that
way.
like
window.
it's like 10
Yep.
by 20. He did not. He did.
Dude, ain't no way.
Hey, Pat's Pajamas. Such a cute name, by the way.
Oh, do you think he went by the one by the table in the living room area?
No. No, I really think it was this window. This one. You can see my mouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you?
No, I
Can't see
don't
my mouse.
know.
Oh, darn it. Well, I really think it's that window, the small one.
And there's a door that they tried to pry open.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the door that had all the stuff in front of it.
Yeah, I know. That's also weird to me that so many people think that he went through that door. How could he have physically gone through that door? We saw all the stuff in front of it. It wasn't moved, really.
Steph said if you look at the house, there's a regular size window that you look through and see the kitchen. Maybe it was that one.
Oh, in the front of the house?
Oh, yeah. But I thought he said he came through the kitchen window. He did not come through the kitchen.
I know. It makes no sense.
I would
David.
like
No
to see him reenact this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you,
Right.
that, sir, for evidential purposes.
This window situation is like the John Bonet window situation. It's so bizarre.
Yeah. But yeah, the window on the left, I wish you could see my mouse, but you obviously know your left from your right. The window on the left he could definitely fit through that, but that's definitely not the one he's talking about. Why is the shed blue? I thought it was supposed to be pink to match the house.
No, isn't that the no, I guess that's not the neighbor's shed.
Maybe it's just an old picture of it. I don't know.
No, is that the neighbor shed? I don't know. Let me look. I
Because
don't.
there's a blue house next to them.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's theirs, but maybe not. I could be wrong.
I don't even know. I have to look, but
Yeah.
I thought their shed was pink. Maybe this is the driveway for the neighbor's home, since
Yeah,
it's the side of the
maybe.
house.
Yeah, maybe because maybe like we should see
Because
like where
I
the
don't
sidewalk.
remember that little brown like shelf looking thing in any of
Yeah,
the
yeah. Like maybe where the sidewalk line is, maybe that's like where the property line is. You know,
Yeah, I
that
didn't
makes.
think their shed had a ramp either. I thought it was just like a walk up.
Oh yeah, that makes sense too. I didn't even think about that. We didn't even get to see like the front of the ramp. Like there's this video. You guys see in the video where she goes outside and like she goes find a place for her and Nick to like sleep together outside.
The
And
foliage.
it was, like the foliage. Yeah.
foliage.
You guys ever see that?
We can do it over
here.
here in the foliage.
Yeah, I always thought that she was walking up and down the ramp in that video, but someone said that she was actually wheeling herself. Because I was like, why? She just walked outside in front of her house. Like her neighbors obviously see that she's walking, and then someone said that she was actually wheeling herself.
She was not wheeling herself in them pictures through that foliage.
Yeah, I didn't
or that
think
video.
so.
She was walking.
Oh, it is blue. Their shit is blue.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. There is a ramp.
Maybe it's because most of the crime scene photos are of the inside of the shed,
Yeah.
like that show all the colors and the baby bed.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
There's been so many new ones that came out too that it's hard to keep.
Yeah. I wish I had that foliage video ready. I used to have it. I mean, I have it still, but I don't have it ready.
Oh, she's like, we can go over here or over here.
Yeah.
Dude,
funny,
so
though.
they were talking earlier about the house was sold and went into like a trust for Gypsy, and then
oh god,
our lovely friend did some research for us, and I was like, that's not true. And then Bird found the records or whatever, the public records.
Yeah.
That show it went back to Habitat. Well, there's also an article I found about the situation, like where's the house, who's going to get the house or whatever. So if she had any like relatives or whatever listed, it would have gone to them, but Gypsy would have gotten it inherited to her. However, since she was locked up, they're saying that Habitat filed 2 claims against the estate, alleging that they owed money on 2 separate accounts for promissory notes and deeds.
Yeah,
they did.
So, so it did go back to humanity.
Yeah, because it looks like Dee Dee took out a $20,000 mortgage, a $24,000, which looks like it would be the initial mortgage through Habitat for Humanity. And then it looks like she took another mortgage out for $64,000.
Yeah, well, there's more here. They said so. The first claim is seeking $40,358, and the second claim they seeked was $8,970, totaling $49,000.
It was probably the balances that were left on those 2 mortgages.
You can have them.
Yeah.
So no, the house, never was sold, and Gypsy didn't see any of that money. That shit went right back to Habitat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't sold until 2021, and it was sold for $73,000.
Yeah, so they said that since there wasn't anyone to put the home to, they needed to have like a representative to be appointed. They needed someone to be named like to protect the property from vandals or whatever.
Yeah.
And so since there was no one
before, here it is.
They're like, documents state that since there was no one else eligible to serve in Gypsy's place, Greene County Public Administrator David Yancey had been appointed as the state's personal representative.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wait, where do you see that?
And I think I sent you the news article in Discord.
Okay. Well, I show this of what Bird found first, and I'll do that one.
That's crazy. What's Fancy out here telling people?
I don't know. That pretty prisoner princess said it too.
Yeah, she said Fancy told her that. But the trust money that Gypsy has that's in Rod and Christy's name is from the documentaries that were done while she was in prison. And it was all put in a trust for her in Christy and Rod's names so that if there was any legal loopholes for her profiting off of the murder of her mother, that it didn't look like she was profiting. It looked like they were the ones making the money from her story.
Yep, exactly.
So I don't know why people are saying, oh, it's from the house. It's money it's not from the house.
I know. All right, so this one is the one I was talking about. Bird found this, which is awesome. You want to explain it to them, Bird?
Well, it's just showing you. So the house was built in 2007, which wasn't on this page. It was owned by the hospital initially. and they gifted it to Habitat for Humanity, who then restored the house in 2008 for Dee Dee. Dee Dee here took out her first mortgage, which was $29,900 in February of 2008. After she secured that mortgage, it looks like she took another one for $63,600. That's probably the two mortgages that they got for the balances. She probably owed, on each of those, and based on the time and what her payments probably were, that would match. And then you see here that it was transferred in August of 21 to Dolores here. And if you see her two mortgages, one is closed, one is open, and they're for the same dollar amount, but they're different. This is probably because she tried to get a mortgage through one company and it didn't go through. So she went to another one. Then up top, it shows you who owned the homes. So as of February 2016, it was still owned by Habitat for Humanity and only solely by Habitat for Humanity at that point. Claudine Blanchard was never, she never purchased the house, if that makes sense. Like, she got a mortgage on the house, but when you work with her Habitat for Humanity, they own it until that is paid off. And then August of 2021, August of 2021, it was sold to Dolores. And you see her name twice because that would correlate with these mortgages here.
Yeah. And Lulu, you're surprised Chrissy didn't try and get the money from the house. She couldn't because they didn't own the house. It was for Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah,
It
Dee
might
Dee
be
never
for
technically owned the home.
It might be one for the land and one for the house.
Oh, that's possible.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Like for Dee Dee's anyway, because of how the house was gifted, like from the hospital, because it was just bones. It wasn't really a house. It was demolished almost.
Yeah, and then they built it, yeah.
Yeah, the foundation was there and then they built it up. So yeah, that's a good point, Case. We'll have to look into that. We'll have to look at the records a little
Isn't
further.
it great that all those records are public? It's so cool.
They are public, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing earlier when you had messaged me. I was like just looking through this stuff, and that was just a quick like search. But you can go deeper into it. It'll tell you like way more about the land, all of that.
Yeah.
Because I would wager that the deed for the land might still be in Habitat for Humanity's name unless this person who bought the house didn't work with Habitat for Humanity. But I don't know that.
Yeah, that's true.
Based on the price that they paid for the house, I would kind of assume that they are, because it was purchased in 21 and house cost was way up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's the article Casey sent me. You guys are great with all this facts you sent me tonight. Okay, let's see. I haven't even looked at the article yet, so.
Steph said it was the land that was donated by the hospital, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lulu B said, how did she get a mortgage if she didn't own it? So when you work with Habitat for Humanity, the mortgage is for the materials and the labor. It's not actually for the home itself.
All right, so this article. Habitat seeks to protect Blanchard home for potential new occupants. Seeks to protect Blanchard home. Oh, interesting. Okay. Everyone knows that the Claudinia D.D. Blanchard's body was found in this vacant. It was found is vacant. Okay. That's a problem that said the executive director of Habitat for Humanity of Springfield. So Larry Peterson said a personal representative must be named in order to protect the property from vandals, weather and other dangers. After all, it's possible someone else could move in someday. I don't know who would ever want to live in that house. Like, how do you live in a house that a murder happened in? Like a bloody murder. I could never. Even if it's a free house, I could never. I don't think Dee Dee's like haunting it or anything either, but I just could not knowing that happened there. They have to disclose that too, right? When you like buy a
Yeah.
house, if something like that happened there. Yeah, I thought so.
Mhm.
Okay. Cordinia's daughter Gypsy would likely have served as the caretaker, but she's currently in the Greene County Jail, charged with murder in her mother's death. Ooh, it sucks to suck. Documents documents state that no one else is known who would be eligible to serve in her place. What do they mean by that though? Because she couldn't get any money from it or anything anyway, right? Like
No,
she
I
had no.
read on the Habitat of Humanity, like it can be passed down.
Oh, okay. That's so interesting. Wow. They're
Mhm.
not even if like the people below them are not like in need like that.
Mm-mm. Like the house is owned by the owner, who would be Claudine, but
Oh,
so it's just like a regular home. Like we would just inherit it.
oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
I was
actually
reading that
extremely
on
kind of
yeah, I was reading that
yeah,
on their website earlier.
that's extremely kind of Habitat for Humanity. But since this happened, they took the house back, right?
Yeah, so since
Okay.
Gypsy wasn't available to
Yeah.
be there.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Good. And she shouldn't have been able to get it anyway, considering what she did. They should have a rule for something like that, you know?
Yeah.
I doubt it's ever happened before though. So okay. Instead, Greene County Public Administrator David Yancey has been appointed as the estate's personal representative. Court documents say that the state needs a personal representative to take charge and protect the property so that it is not rendered worthless. Peterson said that the property was on hold for 6 months from the time of death, which was June 15th. He said he wasn't sure what would be done with the house at that time, but wouldn't rule out the possibility that someone could move into the house. Habitat for Humanity of Springfield has also filed 2 claims against the estate, alleging it's owed money on account of 2 separate promissory notes and deeds of trust. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Promissory notes. Does anyone know? I feel dumb right now.
I mean, I don't know the definition of it. I mean, you can look it up. But Bird, do you know?
Someone in the chat might.
Let me
The
see. And
first,
promissory note on a mortgage is a written promise to pay a specific sum of money, either on demand or at a specific future date. Legally binding
okay.
agreement between a borrower and a lender.
So I
Outlined
guess Dee
term.
I guess Dee Dee owed that, and it was never
Mhm.
paid it. Okay, the first claim is seeking First claim is seeking $40,358.91, and a second claim is seeking $8,970 for a total of $49,328.91. Court documents say the value of the property is approximately $72,500, and the value of personal property within the home is unknown. The value of stuff in the house is definitely worthless, let's be real,
Mhm.
but wow, this is actually interesting. I wish there was more about this. Like, this
Mhm.
article is so short.
Yeah.
Like, geez.
But so there, I mean, but pretty much it just tells you like it went back to humanity. So if you're hearing anywhere that Gypsy, they sold it and the money's like sitting somewhere was waiting for Gypsy to get out, that's not true.
Yeah, it's malarkey.
She saw none of that money.
Yeah. It would be, imagine she did get to like profit off of that. That would be so messed up.
Yeah, it would. That'd be fucked up.
Yeah. So, this is a little off topic, but Bird found this picture of Rod's grandma. I'm gonna show it because
Oh yeah.
we were talking about it earlier. So yeah, so you guys know how Rod was allegedly tested and came up negative for being positive for the microdeletion, but he wasn't tested to see if he was a carrier, and apparently he refused to do that test. I don't know why, but he did not want to do it to see if he was a carrier for the gene. And if you look at a picture of his grandma, let's just say we think it could be that he is the carrier. So let's take a look at that.
No one else in Gypsy's family on her mom's side looks like this. Mia
Oh
sort of kind of looks like a Gypsy, but show me someone on the Petrie side that has these features.
Oh, I know. It's true. Can you
Are you
see it?
sharing? No, it's black screen.
What is it? It says your
Oh,
browser
there
is
you go. There you go.
blocked. Okay, I don't know why it says your browser blocked the screen. I don't
That's
know
weird.
why.
But
You can
yeah,
see
we
it
see
now,
it
though,
now.
right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That never came up before when I put share screen. So
Dude,
yeah, this
like
is
cover
why
up her face and just show her eyes. That's Gypsy, dude.
I know. People were saying that they think that the micro deletion was edited out. That's literally what people said, and it
The
does
heck?
kind of look like they went over it a little bit. So maybe she's even does look more micro deleted than that.
Oh my god, Mighty Mulatto. He said this lady is deleted AF.
I got a lot of comments like that. Oh, I
Dude, we
was
need Mulatto in our Discord because he'd be funny.
oh yeah, well yeah, that'd be fun. So Keish actually was the one who asked me about it, and because she was asking the Cajun nanny, who was like actual family member or whatever, and she said that she was going to ask her for another picture to compare, and like she told me she got it. I haven't seen it yet.
No, Nanny's not a family member.
Oh well, I don't know. She's someone with them.
She
I don't know.
is, so the only family member would be Dinah, which is Truth
No,
something.
because whoever it was, Cajun nanny,
Yeah,
whatever
she changed her name.
Did she?
Yeah,
she
Dinah
had a
changed her name.
Oh God.
It
she had a
says, yeah, it has Nanny in it now.
Yeah, this wasn't Dinah though, but there was a Cajun nanny the other night who I was watching, and she had Dee Dee's actual sister on the panel.
That was Nanny. She's not a family member. Nanny is Dinah's godmother.
Yeah, that's it. But she had
Sandy. She had
actual Dee Dee's
Sandy.
actual sister on the panel.
Yeah, she had Sandy on the panel, and
Yeah.
she is a step sibling from the stepmother.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
she was a step sibling. Oh wow, okay.
The only sisters that are blood to Dee Dee are Claudia and Dorla, and then the three brothers.
So interesting, all their names.
But I swear that micro deletion, it comes from Rod. Look at Rod's grandma. Look at grandma.
Look, even Mia has a little bit of it. You can see it in her face. Like she's a little.
Allegedly, Fancy has like records from Mia when she was young, and she saw the same doctor as Gypsy for some of the same symptoms, being her eyes. Like she's had surgery on her eyes. I don't know if that's true. Do not take it as fact. I'm just saying.
So I have the picture. I'm taking a screenshot. I have to send it to myself of another picture of the grandma. Oh snap. But yeah, I feel like it's looking into Gypsy's future, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's what Gypsy's gonna look like when she's older.
The eyes she had before surgery. That's true.
She looks a lot like her grandmama.
Yeah, like a lot.
And we've seen Dee Dee's mom, Emma Louise, and I know there's speculation that Claude is not her father, but there's no proof, like that came legitimately from her sisters. There's never been proof that Dee Dee was not Claude's daughter. And I think that Dee Dee looks the most like Claude out of all of the siblings, personally.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Especially like in those videos when she was young with Claude. She looks just like him. She did not look like her mother, Dee Dee.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But neither one of them look like they're micro deleted, so
yeah. So when people say that like the Gypsy looks like Dee Dee, I'm like, I don't think so at all. Like, I don't know why so many people say that. Because I feel like Dee Dee was like pretty when she was younger, like, like
oh my
never
gosh.
ever seen that from Gypsy ever.
That's what Gypsy about to look like.
Yep. I wish I could make this bigger. You can only move it.
Yeah, it definitely looks like grandmama got that micro deletion. I would like to see Rod get the carrier test.
Yeah, I know. I don't. Apparently he refuses to do it though. I don't know why. I really don't.
Yeah,
It's
that's
weird.
grandmama baby.
You think like he doesn't want to admit that he got tested to see if he was positive for it, but won't get tested to see like
If he's a
if he's a
carrier.
carrier for it? It doesn't make sense.
Because I think that he doesn't want to admit that he's at fault for half of the reason that Gypsy is the way that she is.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
that
maybe.
the link to it, like there's other things that cause it, but the most common link to the micro deletion that they carry is incest. So I feel like
Ooh.
if they accept that, then they have to say that somewhere in their lineage, even if it was 200 years ago, there was some kind of intermingling, and it probably is closer than 200 years ago.
Yeah. It's actually not even like that surprising that they would have incest. Like I feel bad saying it, but like I feel like it's not that shocking that there would be incest in that family.
Absolutely not. Even just down that way in itself, like if you know the history, it was so little lineages. Like
Yeah.
basically the Europeans, they just used the land as a dumping ground for
Yeah.
Inmates, the criminally insane, for slaves, all the things, and they just kind of like dumped them there.
Yeah. That's so interesting. Yeah, look at her though. Like this really is like looking into Gypsy's future. It's crazy. I'm glad that Dee Dee wasn't a carrier though. I feel like she got blamed for enough. At least she got it off with that one.
Yeah, I think that's why Rod doesn't want to like do all of the actual extensive testing, because he doesn't want to have to live with the fact that like you're the reason that your daughter is micro deleted and got all these issues that your ex-wife was trying to manage, figure out, work through, and you just was off on the boat boning Christy and shit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, poor Dee Dee, she's gaining weight, her health is failing, and she's running around here taking care of your kid that is micro deleted because of you.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if he like knew that like he had I guess he didn't know that he had this gene because like they didn't even have a test for it yet. But like once you do know, I feel like it's like such a risk and like kind of selfish to even have kids. Like I feel like maybe you shouldn't have to be deprived of having kids because that's not fair just because like you got born with that. But like I don't know, like he's so lucky that only one out of his 4 kids got it, you know? Because it could have been more than that. He's so messy though. Like literally, he got Dee Dee pregnant, and then like 6 months after that, got another girl pregnant. Like that's crazy.
He is messy. He's still messy, dude. He was messing around with ladies on the boat.
Yeah, he's just a whole messy mess.
And then he goes and prays like he's a freaking godly man.
Yeah. Maybe I wonder what like their divorce, like when they were almost gonna get divorced when Gypsy was in prison. What was that about? I would love to know the details.
No, dude, I thought she said that happened when she got out.
No, it was when she was in prison because Christy didn't call her for 3 weeks and she only had Ryan to rely on.
I don't know why.
Well, wasn't she some of the reason? I thought that Gypsy was some of the reason for that whole like divorce scare.
Like it could be. I don't know. I don't think we ever like know like the facts
I just
of
thought
it.
it was like when she got out because she was stuck at Ryan's house and had no other.
No, it was when she was in prison, and Ryan was the only one that called her because Christina wouldn't answer the phone for 3 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't imagine that. Like imagine like I can't believe I even feel sorry for Gypsy a little bit. But like imagine just being in prison and no one's answering the phone for 3 weeks. Like I would be like feel like so alone. But you wish she wished she had her mom then.
But they also had like a little bit of a falling out too while she was in jail because of the whole like didn't have something to do with
stuff.
Fancy.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's the reason they stopped working with Fancy, because she was literally coming in between their family.
So weird.
Yeah,
Fancy
for
Miss Sally.
real.
Have you seen her lately doing her dances? I'm like, what? Stop, girl.
No, I blocked her.
Dude, I don't even know why. I laugh every time. I'm like, what the fuck she doing?
What dances is she
She
doing?
just gets up and she does these dances. I have no idea. She's like galloping and like
Oh my
thrusting her
God.
hips around. I'm like, what in the world?
I don't even know if I want to see that. That sounds scary.
It's hilarious. I'm like, what am I
That's
even watching?
nightmares. So, sad to report that there's still no word from Apple.
Oh my gosh.
Right? What the fuck, dude?
Apple.
This is almost a full day. In 2 hours, it'll be 24 hours.
It's out of control.
It's not spiraling out of control, Apple. It's not normal, though. It's really not normal. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
All right.
Dances, but she's professional. It's funny.
Who said
It's in
that?
her bio.
It's in her bio that she's a dancer?
No, that she's a professional. That'd be
She's
really
a
funny if that was
professional.
that she was a dancer, though.
Not
I
dancing.
didn't try emailing her. I don't even know if she checks her email, but I did text her and call
Apple?
her, and we messaged her on Discord, and we called her on Discord. We tagged her like a crap ton of times. We even made flyers, and like we made posts on the internet, and still nothing. I just hope she's okay. She's our little Apple girly.
I know.
She was probably fine though.
Yeah, I think she may be just sleeping.
Yeah, for a whole day. I wish I could sleep for a whole day.
Yeah, me too. I mean, she probably couldn't, but because what about the cats? But
yeah, that's
I
true.
think she's fine.
Yeah, she's definitely fine. We just want to know that she's fine.
Send me a smoke signal, please.
The only reason we're so like worried is because we literally are on the phone with her all day, every day. And, we haven't heard a peep from her since last night. So it's just weird. It's just not normal,
Yeah,
But she's probably fine. Too bad we don't know anyone in England.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Anybody in England?
Yeah. Anyone want to go to what do they call that? A
welfare check.
for us?
Welfare check on Apple.
Oh, what did you say? That pisses me off. Last night, Skip making such a big deal over nothing. I don't know. I mean, I would kind of feel bad that what happened to Skip. I kind of feel like that wasn't cool to get her all her info docs. But having said that, she has put out her own info herself many times. But it still doesn't give someone else the right to do that,
It's got to stop somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone has to stop. Someone has to be the grown up and be like, dude, we're not doing that. I think lately, a lot of people are feeding into a lot of things, and they're just getting blown out of the water. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't dox people, dude. Don't do it.
Yeah, okay, so I like Toddy, I really do, but I don't think that she handled that whole situation well at all, and I don't feel bad saying it because it's how I truly feel. She did not handle that well at all.
She didn't own up to it.
Yeah, at least she did an apology, but she didn't really know what was going on with Skip. She heard something and ran with it that wasn't true, because Skip has never terrorized anyone, So I don't know where she got that from, but at least she apologized. Did she take it down? I don't know if she took it down.
I don't know if she took it down, but she definitely she did apologize, and she said, she was wrong. She could have handled it better.
Yeah, which is good. That shows that, she's a bigger person, which I definitely appreciate.
Yeah. But dude, who's fucking emailing Toddy to tell them I need help from this terrorist? What?
Yeah, people that email Toddy and email Morbid for help and stuff, that's weird. What do you honestly, what do you expect them to do? Right?
Like, I don't know. They're like internet police. Are they
They're not like they're not
the
superheroes.
mediators?
They're
Like,
just people like you and I, you know? They're just people on the internet.
I mean, even Morbid, he's like, dude, I'm not a counselor. Like, don't,
Yeah, like
don't I can't
why bring
solve
them
it.
into that drama, you know?
But dude, I've heard people literally in situations, they were like, do you think I should email Morbid? I'm like, for TikTok drama?
Yeah.
Like, he has no idea who these people are. Like, leave the man alone. Like,
Right?
what?
Exactly. Yeah. Like don't bring this drama to their doorstep. Like
Yeah. And, it's like, well, what if it gets back to him? Why would it get back to him? Like, he doesn't probably even hardly know who you are.
yeah,
Like,
and why would he care, you know? Like why would he care legitimately? What's wrong,
like,
Steph?
he said, help. What? Come on.
What's wrong, girl?
Steph. Yeah, it wasn't just Skip, but like when people take the chat hostage with drama.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't look at the chat, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure that does happen.
I mean, it does. I think the chat gets kind of wild. I don't really pay attention to it too much when I'm on panel. But I've seen it get crazy.
Yeah. I know that's the thing when you're on panel, it's like it's really hard to like look at the chat too. Like you would think it's that hard because like you're just like talking and reading, but like you're backstage, so you're looking at the back chat and then like I don't know, to go back and forth, it's just not I don't know, it's just not easy. So I just don't do it a lot.
Yeah, because Morbid isn't set up like so StreamYard's weird because you can make it so in the back chat you can go to the live chat or the back chat. Morbid, you can't see the live chat, so you have to actually have YouTube open, and so to keep going back and forth, it's kind of tedious. So I don't always read it, and then when I do read it, like I'm already past whatever, it only goes up so far, so you can't really go and scroll up and see the
Yeah, no, why
entirety.
does it do that? Why can't you read all of the comments? Like you
I
can only
don't
go
know.
so
It's
far.
weird.
Like
So
on
weird.
my StreamYard, like I could see the chat. Like can you see it on yours like when you open mine or no?
Yeah.
Okay, like I wonder why Morbid is like that then.
I don't know, because in Starlights I can see the back chat and the
Yeah,
regular chat too.
because I don't know why his like that. So yeah, because I could see it on mine too. But actually, I realized last time that it apparently does not show all the comments. Because I realized last time that I was missing a lot of comments. Because I
Oh,
noticed
really?
after. Yeah, so I guess StreamYard doesn't show all of them. So if you
That's
want to see
strange.
all of them, you have to actually go to YouTube. Well, look at the Pat's pajamas. Thank you for commenting so much. I feel like it's like all your name. Thank you for interacting. Seriously, and Steph, of course, and Mighty Mulatto.
I
It's
like
funny. Like
Mighty
her name is literally
Mulatto.
her the whole time. Thank you. I
Mhm.
appreciate it. Right, guys, don't forget to like the stream though.
Yes,
Please.
like it up.
And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Because if you're not subscribed, what are you even doing with your life, right?
Yeah, so you can get notifications because she's gonna go live more often.
Hell yeah. Maybe Cassie May. Cassie May. And
Cassie
Wildbird will
May.
be with me.
Cassie May. Yeah, I want to play Dreamer. I want to play all the Dreamers things. Cassie May, I called her a bitch. Look, they hate me so much. I don't even understand. I don't even understand.
One of my microphones that I bought actually came with the soundboard, like like on that comes like a soundboard software for your laptop. I should set it up. I never set it up because I could get all the fun sounds, that we use all the time.
Oh no, it's okay, Pat. We love the inner engagement.
Oh no! You're giving us someone to talk to. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, look what Bird said. You're funny, Bird. That's a good reason. Oh, she said that at 8:54. I just saw it now.
Oh Lord. Where did she go? She just dropped down?
Maybe she's doing that. No, she's still here.
Bird. Yeah. Dude, I seen that Star did go live.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I just looked over there and then I was like, oh.
Is she still live now?
Yeah, she's live.
Oh, let's go over there.
Okay, yeah, she's been live for about an hour. It
All
looks like
right. Damn, I feel bad. I went.
she's
I mean,
actually playing the
people are probably
phone
there
call.
anyway.
Yeah, she's actually just playing the phone calls.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, thank you, Pat Pajamas. I appreciate you.
Go check my.
All right. Well, we're going to go over to Starlight, everybody. Heart, thank you so much for coming. Hello Starlight Live. That's where it is. That's the
Yeah,
channel we're
hello
going over to.
Starlight Live.
Hello Starlight Live. Yes. So love you all so much. Thank you for coming. I know it's not a lot of people here at all, but it's cool. I don't care if I only get like 3 people.
It's good, dude. It's the start, dude.
And honestly, no, I mean I had a lot more the other day, but this one,
Mhm.
I'm not even gonna lie, the David
Dude, but
Blanchard
look.
thing was boring. It really was. It was boring. I was having a hard
Well,
time
you
following
gotta
it.
think on a positive. The only reason probably why is because Starlight's live.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Mhm,
All
mhm.
right. We'll see you guys all there. Thank you so much. Like,
Okay,
comment,
bye.
subscribe, and have fun. I apologize to the replay crew for the freaking for David Blanchard being so boring. All right. Bye.